So, today is the day where we make predictions, we watch a pay-per-view, we see that I win, we make another video commemorating me for my win, and then, hey, come on, we're trying to do a cool video. And then we take the throne. Maybe a belt, maybe something for this guy. But once again, I will win. Sorry guys, it's happening. It's gonna be a thing. There might be some issues about that, but that's not really my problem. Y'all are just gonna have to make the better predictions.
T.A.G.
Welcome to another installment of Tag Me In, where the triple threat Triforce of the IWC goes over the good, bad, and everything in between in the world of professional wrestling. I, of course, am the unofficially official, soon to be your new Predictions Champion,
Ayo.
Dizzle, joined with the less than stealthy Mad King, the exiled king, ScooterRay.
Somebody has something that belongs to me, and I really want it back. So,
Look,
I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way because he's not here. Clearly, as you saw before, he don't give a shit about us. We don't give a shit about him. Ladies, I'm sorry, but Jaeger's not here. He's not gonna be here, so it don't matter. He was a non-factor to begin with as far as this predictions go. But in his place, but of course he has his own place here. And this is the only time I'm gonna do this because look. First only. After I win it, it won't happen again. So I'm sorry, Juggs, but your reigning, defending, undisputed T.A.G Predictions Champion, the truest JSB, Juggs, the unstoppable juggernaut. Bask in it, enjoy it.
It's gonna stay here. It stayed here. After this pay-per-view, I'm still gonna be champion.
Okay.
I'm keeping this. Like I said, I'm keeping this all year.
Look,
keep it the whole year.
Look, either way. I mean, of course, all of you watching, you're gonna have to wait till the main. That's our main event. That's our main event. We have to get into the whole rigmarole of things. We have to make sure that you all know what the fuck our opinions are. On everything.
Okay.
Over everything that has happened this week. And before we even get into it, I have to say this. WWE 2K22.
Okay. Get into it.
You have a big fuck you for me, just temporarily. Because part of it was my fault. Because I purchased the game a few hours ago. Okay. Thinking that I would have that 3-day early access.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you go into the PlayStation store, it shows, of course, all the versions of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So every version I was looking at pretty much said it comes out March 7th.
Okay.
And that's because I was looking at the deluxe versions of the game. Because those are the ones that
regular.
offer.
Yes.
They're the ones that offer the 3-day access, 3-day early access. So that March 7th is the early access date. That's not the actual release date, but it's the actual release date for those versions. The actual release date is the 10th / the 11th.
Yes.
So I'd spend $100
Okay.
on, to get this early access, thinking that, okay, you know what? It's
NWO one.
Yeah, I'm because of course I'm like, yo, the 7th, a Monday, that's weird for a game to come out, but you know what? It's all right. I'll get to play the shit right now. That way I can come on Tag Me In, tell everybody how I like it, if it's worth getting.
You thought March 7th was the game
there.
release.
Yes.
I got you.
So for future reference, 2K Games and every other game company, whatever the release date is for the game, just put that there. Let us do the math on whatever early access amount days that you have. So it's a fuck you to me, but it's a fuck you to them too.
Wait, so were you able to download the game? Like already have it pre-installed?
No, I can't download the shit till tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. So,
even if you ordered the deluxe edition, correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking about ordering that later today, which I don't know, maybe I might.
Yeah,
we'll see.
So it's like it's yeah. I mean, because I want to give it a chance. It does look promising. I want to just because look, regardless of how crappy WWE games have been, I've bought every iteration of the game. So it's like, if I bought 2K20, I really got nothing to lose with purchasing 2K22. I mean, I have something to lose, but I mean, there's no way it could be worse than 2K20. So
I mean,
I think so too.
And a lot of the stuff I've been hearing about the game, has been a lot of positive stuff, from a lot of content creators. When it's saying it hits different, people are saying it actually literally hits different. Like a lot of the, a lot of different things that they change with the game. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how online it is. See, how much the servers go down with the game. But I mean, it surely can't be worse than 2K20. It surely can't be worse.
Look, if it's worth it, it's something we'll have to stream, and we'll just have to make a hell of a lot of memories with the shit, and make it worth our while. But I think we got to go ahead and get right into it. So Scoot, I'll leave the honors up to you.
All right, so let's discuss this week of wrestling. So if you know, we discussed last Friday SmackDown, Raw, NXT, AEW, maybe Impact if people watched it. But let's start with last Friday SmackDown, and I'm gonna just give the highlights. The highlights was basically Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns had their contract signing. I don't know why we keep doing contract signings. They had the contract signing. So the match is our official, whatever. Ronda Rousey got jumped by Charlotte and Sonya, so she's going to have a match tonight against Sonya. What else? Oh, officially, Naomi and Sasha Banks are going to challenge Queen Zelina and Carmella for the women's tag titles at WrestleMania. I feel like that is the important thing that happened last week. Yes. Now to jump to Raw. Surprisingly, it was not a bad show.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I watched Raw in a long time.
It was not a bad show. I was actually surprised that one, it wasn't a bad show, and two, it was a lot of wrestling on this show.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a lot of wrestling.
We had a 6-woman tag match between Team Becky, which was Becky, Doudrop, and Nikki ASH against Team Belair, Bianca, Liv, and Rhea. There was a point in the match where I don't know if I sent it to the group, but I should have. Becky kept pulling Bianca's hair.
Oh yeah, that slap she did with the hair.
The shit out of Becky. In the first hit, it sounded like a kendo stick hitting somebody.
Oh.
It was loud. Like, I'm gonna go back and find it and send it to the group. But that first hit she laid on Becky with her hair sounded like a kendo stick. And then she did about like 5-6 times, and Becky showed the evidence that she got fucked up by that hair whip. Finn Balor defeated Damian Priest to become new United States champion, and Priest went full heel turn. He got on the mic saying, "It's because of these people I'm not champion. They never supported me like how they supported you, all of this and all of that." And after that, he started beating the shit out of Finn afterwards. So I don't know if they're going to run it back in Mania. But yeah, we had that. We also had trying to think, is there anything else before I get to the Edge situation? I think that's it. All right, so Edge officially has his Edge officially has his WrestleMania call out again, and the phenomenal AJ Styles accepted the challenge. And Edge was like, "Nah, I want the Bulldog AJ. I want the AJ that was, this, that, and the third." And AJ was like, "Bet." Then Edge started beating the shit out of AJ Styles. He started beating the shit, even hit that man with 2 concertos and everything. So it was like, damn, okay. Tell us how you really feel, Edge. But
Tell me how you really feel.
WrestleMania, it's still supposed to be Edge and AJ Styles.
I kind of wish it was for the WWE Championship. Like
it does seem like a championship match. You are absolutely correct on that. It does seem like a championship match.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was something else that I'm missing.
Outside of Edge's heel turn?
Outside of Edge's heel turn and everything I listed, I think that was really it.
I mean, we had some of the tag team stuff going on.
We had the tag team stuff because, this coming Monday is going to be KO and Rollins versus RK Bro versus Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And, because Orton got hurt in that spot.
He
tweaked his shoulder.
They wrestled the Street Profits, and the word is that he didn't get hurt. He got the wind knocked out of him when Montez did his splash.
That shit.
Because it was weird that the Street Profits won the match. So Street Profits did win the match, and it was mainly because Orton had got the wind knocked out of him a little bit, and it was just like, oh fuck, we gotta change the finish. Okay, make this the finish instead.
Speaking of the Street Profits, they kind of felt like I don't know what, like they're always around the title picture, but they're never put in the title matches. Like,
well, I think because of them winning, they now have grounds to say they could get a match at Mania.
I would be surprised if we get like a big like Fatal 4-Way like tag team match at Mania.
They have grounds to say that now. Tommaso had a one-on-one with Robert Roode. So, like I said, I want to say they're going to quietly move Tommaso to Raw. Maybe after Stand and Deliver, Tommaso might officially be a Raw superstar. And then let's get into NXT. So, of course,
Stand and Deliver.
Oh, what's up?
So with Tommaso Ciampa and Robert Roode, I really am tired of these matches. Like they just keep on repeating matches over and over again. It's like WWE constantly does that, and it makes me not interested in the feud. Because then, we go down to NXT, and we got the same stuff going on down there. You have like Tommaso Ciampa feuded with Bobby Roode.
Well, now that you said that, let's just get into it. That was the first match. Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker versus the Dirty Dogs opened the show. Now it was cool because Tommaso came out in a singlet like Braun Breaker. He said he wanted to pay homage to the Steiners, so he came out in a singlet. I'm going to say this, Tommaso, I love you, but singlets don't do your body justice. Them singlets need to be more for them thick boys.
Let me ask this. Because look, this is from all my old, not early 90s WCW watchers.
No, he didn't wear the headgear.
No. Oh. Did he look like he was one of the Armstrongs?
Look up the photo. Look up the photo while I talk about the match,
Okay.
and you will see. But the show opened up with Tommaso and Braun Breaker versus the Dirty Dogs. Just like what Juggs just said, if you've been watching this feud, you've been seeing iterations of this feud for the past few weeks on NXT and Raw. But yes, Breaker and Ciampa does get the victory.
That's not surprising.
From that, there was a backstage interview with Dolph Ziggler was saying, "Hey, I'm number one contender. I should get my shot." Breaker shows up and was like, "Fine, you want your shot?" No, sorry, Tommaso shows up first. Tommaso and Dolph was jaw jacking with each other, and then Breaker was like, "Hey, you really want your shot? You can get your shot next week." And then Ziggler made a sly comment talking about, hell, even Tommaso think he can beat you too. So of course that gave some little tension between Tommaso and Breaker again. So now next Tuesday is what they're calling NXT Roadblock. So they're bringing back the Roadblock theme. And this is the final stop before Stand and Deliver. And I'm pretty sure you just found the photo. So let's show everyone out there.
Bro. Hold on. Why they got my man Ciampa looking like a jobber, bro?
Look, Ciampa decided to do that on his own. If you gonna, are you gonna show everybody, or you go?
I mean, yeah.
Look, Ciampa did it on his own.
Hold on, let me. Yeah,
nobody.
I have to.
Nobody technically told Tommaso to go rock that singlet.
He was looking like a jobber.
And it was funny.
He was like straight jobbing.
And it was funny because Ashley was the one that was like, "Ooh, no, singlets don't do him justice."
No, but back to what I was saying about them constantly doing matches over and over again. It just makes me not interested in the feud. Like, I wouldn't mind if Dolph Ziggler came on, just talking, crap about, talking shit about, NXT wrestlers. Them.
Well, that's where it kind of started at first. Then, it went to the diet WWE.
Yep.
Where it was like, hey, rematch city. I mean, at least it's a colorful singlet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if colors suit him well like that.
No, they don't. They definitely don't.
Makes him look smaller, like, to be honest.
But yeah, that's the issue. WWE, especially, and I hate it when tag teams are involved because they keep doing iterations of matches, and it's like, fam, because like with the whole Arcade Bro and Alpha Academy thing, they kept doing iterations of these people going in it, and it's like, I don't care to see the actual match anymore because we've seen Orton go against Otis. We see Riddle go against
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Oh no, wait. This week we're gonna have Riddle go against Otis. Oh, okay. Well, Randy Orton's gonna go against Chad Gable. Like, wait, what?
And then when it comes to the pay-per-view, you don't care about it.
Yeah. Because you become hella disinterested, and I think, and we'll get into that when we talk about AEW. But again, that's one of the main problems that WWE suffers from. I mean, in every iteration, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, it's like everything is the same, just like cut and paste shit here and there, just different people. And I think that's very much so to their detriment, to the point to where it's like, again, you wonder why the fucking ticket sales for live shows are down. It's because, well, if we see the same shit on TV, it's like, why would I pay money to go see the same shit I've been seeing for free that I'm already sick and tired of? So yeah. It's not must see.
No, it's definitely not must see.
Speaking of rematch city, guess who else is going to run it back again? LA Knight and Grayson Waller.
Why?
Well, since Grayson Waller pulled that fast one last week, and he played into the fact that even though Waller won the match, LA Knight beat them both up. So LA Knight was like, aren't you intrigued to find out who's the better man, this, that, and the third? So next week, I forgot to mention, with the whole Tommaso, Breaker, and Ziggler, all of that lead to is going to be a triple threat title match next week on NXT Roadblock. Now, I don't know what they're saving for Stand and Deliver, but Tommaso, Breaker, Ziggler, triple threat NXT Championship next week. So LA Knight was like, well, hey, last man standing at NXT Roadblock next week. Waller accepts, so I guess this is going to end the feud. We're going to get LA Knight, Grayson Waller, last man standing. And if you've been listening to the dialogue, most likely Grayson Waller is winning this match.
Well, I mean, because LA Knight, I mean, if anything, if he's going to be in WWE, he needs to be on the main roster. I mean, that's just is what it is. My take.
And then they're gonna change his name when he goes into the main roster. That's gonna change it to Knight. That's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be Knight.
Or just LA.
LA, yeah.
Don't needs to be screw him up.
He needs to be in the main event for WrestleMania next year. Because
LA. Oh God. Oh no. We got LA and LA. Oh no.
I could see WWE doing that. I could really.
Of course. Also, the women's Dusty Rose Classic started. In the first match, we had Dakota Kai, Wendy Chu versus versus Persia Parada and Indy Hartwell. Persia has been distracted at the fact that she's fallen in love with Duke Hudson, so she's pulling the reverse Indy. Basically, all in all, her distraction, Dakota Kai and Wendy Chu wins. Well, so maybe that could potentially be a bracket breaker for some. But if you hear what I have coming up, it makes sense of why Dakota and Wendy Chu won. Because the second Dusty match, Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Jade versus Yulisa Leon and Valentina Feroz. And Cora and Raquel wins. And guess who Cora and Raquel are going against in the next round of the Dusty Cup? You guessed it. Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai.
I'm still on the fact that Dakota and Wendy Chu are tagging.
Yes.
Like what?
Okay.
What's
let me.
There's an actual story to this.
Let me.
It's a great story. Yeah, it's. So
remember the whole Tiffany Stratton wanted Amari Miller to take out Wendy Chu, and I told you that Wendy Chu stole Tiffany Stratton's credit card. Well, she still took Amari Miller out shopping. From that, she asked Amari Miller, hey, do you want to be my tag partner? Amari was like, if you would have asked me earlier, I would have said yes. I chose to be somebody else's partner, which last week it was Lash Legend. Then Wendy Chu saw Dakota backstage talking to herself. She asked Dakota, and Dakota said yes.
Yeah, Dakota's kind of been going like crazy. Like she's
been doing this, talking to herself.
Kind of like a little Jimmy type of situation.
Yeah. So that's Dakota's character right now. She's kind of talking to somebody.
Talking to her imaginary friend.
So yeah, that's the story of how they became a tag team. And if you've been somewhat keeping up, of course, I told you with the whole Raquel and Cora situation, how Cora had to earn Raquel's respect. But yeah, when it comes to the Indy and Persia situation, I don't know if they're going to break them up because of this, but I can see it happening.
Yeah,
I can see also. Because they also alluded to the fact that Duke and Indy had a romance before she got with Dexter.
And then Dexter, he's also upset now because...
Yeah, he's upset over this because of that, because he overheard them talking about it. And it was like, why are you mad? This was before you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so
Yeah, this
Kinda
is typical
ridiculous.
double. This is
It was like
typical
WWE Light.
WWE. Yeah, this is
We
WWE
had
Light over here.
we had what I like to call the big beefy boy brawl between Gunther and Solo Sikoa. Of course, Gunther won that. He ended Solo Sikoa's undefeated streak, which, like I said, they still trying to
Like, hey,
get
are you
over
surprised?
Gunther. They still trying to get over Gunther in his name. So,
And the
and like I
crowd
said, they
still
still
chants
made
Walter.
it. Yes, the crowd still chants Walter.
I mean, nobody should be surprised.
Yeah.
Now, this doesn't make Solo look weak because he did technically lose to the quote unquote baddest man in WWE. Draco, Anthony, and Harlan fought. Harlan killed Anthony, but then gave him a hug after the match. So I don't know if Draco's going to join that little group or not, but that was that. Tiffany Stratton is going to start beef with Saray, so that's going to be a feud that's going to happen.
Okay.
I guess she got mad over Saray showing off her necklace.
You know who Tiffany Stratton reminds me of?
Who
She
is
reminds
that?
me of Tori Wilson a little bit.
Kinda. I can see that.
Or like a Tiffany from back in the day. Yeah, if you remember.
I can see that.
Yeah, back who was in NXT. Or Taryn Terrell. Yeah, that's who she come right.
I could definitely see Taryn Terrell.
Yeah.
But Andre Chase went against Von Wagner. Von Wagner won. Lash Legend has beef with Nikita Lyons because I guess Nikita was getting all the love on Instagram.
Oh baby.
So Lash after Lash Legend beat Amari Miller, she called out Nikita, and Nikita responded by saying, "Well, I'm gonna be on your talk show next week, and we can talk it out like women." So, yeah. And then the main event, we had the A-Champ, Carmelo Hayes versus Pete Dunne. Of course, with Trick's interference, Carmelo Hayes retains. But since the show already went over, Hayes was trying to announce that at Stand and Deliver, I'm going to defend the belt in which the belt was founded on. I'm going to defend my title in a ladder match. He was trying to make this announcement, but his music started playing and the show was going off air, so we didn't get a chance to get the gravity of what he was announcing. Now, I guess in the coming weeks, I'm assuming it's going to be kind of like how the belt was founded. It might be a multi-man ladder match. We'll see. I don't know if this is going to be their way to try to take the belt off of Carmelo or not, but once again, we shall see.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see it. You know, what's going to be able to stand and deliver like the build to this.
Because I can totally see Carmelo Hayes Carmelo Hayes, of course. I can totally see Cameron Grimes. I can see Pete Dunne, maybe Tony D'Angelo. Because the original was a 5-man ladder match or a 6-man?
I think it was. I thought there were 7.
Oh, it might have been 7. You're right.
Because it was Keith Lee. I can't remember all the guys. I might have to go. Cause was that at San Antonio that they had the show, or had the North American Championship, or was it Portland?
All I know is Adam Cole won. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that's all I remember. Adam Cole winning.
That's all I remember. Adam Cole winning.
To be honest, I kind of now that you think about it, I kind of will watch that match. Go back and watch that because that was a bang.
Actually, it was in New Orleans.
Match. New Orleans, that's right. Yes.
New Orleans show, and all I remember was Adam Cole winning because he was pissed off. He had to go finish the Dusty Classic 2 later on that night, and that's when Roddy Strong made his heel turn later on that night and joined the Undisputed Era.
That's right.
But that was NXT. Mr. Dizzle, I'm gonna let you take over the duties, and I'm gonna just chime in with Dynamite.
Oh, Dynamite. See, here's the thing about Dynamite. Dynamite has been getting consistently better, but at a stable rate. Like it's just been very just on the line of just being good TV. It hasn't spiked up and just there, and it hasn't spiked down and just like crap. It's just been good. across the board. There've been a few things here and there that's been nice, but it's been stable, and I like that because that's the realm that I want to keep that in, because I don't want to have this whole hype moment and then have expectations high, and then come the next week it's like, oh well, it wasn't as good as last week. I
Right.
love where it is right now because it's still somewhat must see TV. Now Tony Khan, he's gonna have to calm down on all these whole
Yes,
announcements.
he is.
See, I like to be surprised more. You know, like I hate when they go like on Twitter, like, "Oh yeah, we got a big announcement," or they just announce on Twitter what the announcement is. It's like I want to be surprised in wrestling these days, and like I feel like we don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
Or it has to get spoiled on the internet.
Well, the thing is, right, a person like Tony Khan, I can kind of tell his personality, especially now being in the wrestling business and now him seeing in real time how the wrestling business is. He knows he got some hot fire.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I got that fire for you. I got that fire. Stop talking about it and let us hit. No. You gotta wait a week.
Yeah, see, he's a
But
mark.
I got that fire though. It's still that fire.
He's a
But you gotta
mark
wait
for
a
the
week,
wrestling company. He's a mark for the wrestling industry.
Yes.
I
Jim
mean,
Cornette calls him that all the time, and of course, people get pissed off about it. But yes, he is a mark for the wrestling
I mean,
industry.
I mean, here's the thing. Nobody should really get pissed off at it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
No,
he is basically what any of us would be if we decided to have all that money and say, you know what, we're gonna buy this wrestling promotion, or we're gonna create a wrestling promotion. It would pretty much be in the same vein as this, if
Yes.
not something like GCW. What they have to understand, and this is why I don't understand why some of the fans, I mean, granted, fans are territorial, especially with AEW stands. They're going to be like that because they're, you know, you can't disparage anything that, I mean, that's with anybody. Anytime you disparage anything somebody likes, they're going to have some type of defense toward it. Now, with this, I don't blame Tony Khan. I think he's living out his whole professional wrestling fantasy outside of him probably being a professional wrestler, which I'm glad he's not throwing himself into storylines like that. I think he has right now. He has enough restraint at this moment. Could that change? Yes. I don't think it should, but at the end of the day, you never know. But in this instance, it's a good segue because of the fact that this is how the fucking show opened up, which is AEW's like wheelhouse now. It's like any kind of big thing. They said, you know, fuck it, we're not gonna make you wait. We're not gonna make you sit through 3 hours of bad wrestling TV to get to the climax. They say, nope, we're gonna start this off, and if you want to leave, cool, but I doubt you're gonna want to because we got all this shit going on. Yeah.
And basically, the announcement he's talking about
was something that the Prince of Predictions kind of threw out in the ether. It was something that was said, which I think it's almost like a precursor as to what's going to happen this weekend. I'm firing off on all cylinders. I said it. I don't think I meant to say it like that, but it came out. And here's the thing. Tony Khan bought fucking Ring of Honor. Not just the video library. He bought Ring of Honor. And here's the thing about that as well. All the speculation about AEW running out of money and all this other shit, all for nothing.
Wait. Rewind. That was a speculation?
Yeah, people were talking about how AEW was like running low on funds and all this other shit. Like basically they didn't almost trying to say that, you know, they spent all this money on all these wrestlers and contracts and stuff like that, that they've kind of just, you know, but it was people looking too much into something and not really having full context. What this is, I'm like, okay, yeah, Tony Khan basically made a big ass fucking purchase. So he doesn't have all the money that he did have, but he made an investment in something that's going to return hand over fist with this. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know. I mean, of course, it wasn't specified.
The biggest rumor is Ring of Honor is supposed to be kind of like what NXT is to WWE.
So developmental for.
Yeah.
But is that really kind of what AEW Dark and Dark Elevation is? Are kind of
Well, Dark and Dark Elevation might kind of turn into maybe like Thunder.
I mean, okay.
In main event, where we're going to probably see more of the higher tier, maybe higher tier Dark people, lower tier Dynamite people, and maybe Ring of Honor might be completely like an NXT situation where if you pay attention to Ring of Honor, these people might be appearing on Dark Elevation or Dynamite soon. That's the biggest rumor so far.
So that whole deal, and especially if that's the case, which actually at this point I hope that it is, because it's not out of the realm of possibilities. And the reason why I say that is because Ring of Honor was the unofficial developmental for TNA.
Kind of was, you're right.
So if this is the case, it's almost like it's going back to its roots. What it does is it gives Ring of Honor its chance. Now, of course, it almost downgrades it a little bit, but not too much, because you still get that promotion aspect. You still get the titles, still get all this stuff. You still get big names going over there because of the fact that it is Ring of Honor. And on top of that, if they wanted to, they can get rid of Dark and Dark Elevation and just have Ring of Honor instead. True. And so you have better name recognition. You have a better viewership with that over Dark and Dark Elevation. You give Jaeger something else to fucking record on that end, which this man loves.
I
Ring
also
of Honor,
like
so
how Ring of Honor is only an hour show. Also, that's one thing I like. And I like the way they structure their shows also. Like you learn about these wrestlers. Like they show these like video packages before the matches. You go like, oh, who's this guy? You learn a backstory about him. Which, I kind of have a little problem, how AEW kind of structures their shows a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like...
I've been saying that for the longest.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They do great wrestling. They have great segments and stuff. I mean, the segments, if they want to grow their fan base, they have to, they did get that casual fan. Because like us hardcore fans, we're going to watch regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless. Because
I kept saying AEW treats all their wrestlers like an inside joke.
Yeah.
They treat all their wrestlers like an inside joke, and then a person like Excalibur doesn't help it because Excalibur will run down their whole history, and then Schiavone or JR will be like, okay. Like, okay.
But yeah, I just, if you want to grow your fan base more, you have to do the like over the top characters, like what WWE does, like to catch the the casual fans go like, oh, what's this weird stuff going on? Let me check this out. Like casual fans like that. And they need to structure their shows a little bit different. I mean, it's great. They're putting on great TV. Like you said, Lip Dizzle, like at the beginning of the show, you said how AEW, they're not really growing and they're just kind of like staying the same right now. Which is, it's, I think it's all right now, but, there could be a point in time where, they need to step up their game a little bit with it.
Absolutely. And I do fully agree with that. But the reason why I say that I like this right now is because if we think about like once they started getting out of the whole pandemic era of AEW, it's like there had to be some big thing happening like consistently. And I think what this does is if they keep this consistency, what's going to happen is that when they do those big reveals, it feels like it's more so warranted rather than expected. In term and I use those two terms because like if it's warranted, then it's like, okay, well it's deserved. But if you expect it every time, then it's going to get stale, and it's going to get to the point to where it's like, oh well, here's a big just like with Tony Khan's announcements, it's getting to the point to where it's becoming redundant, and nobody wants that because that's a big thing. And had they had like, go ahead.
It's kind of like what you just said. It's kind of like what both of y'all kind of said. If we wasn't hearing shit. And the show opened up Wednesday with Khan in the ring. Hey, yo, I just bought Ring of Honor. Like, if we didn't hear a press conference with him saying, hey, yo, I got an announcement. I think the wrestling world gonna like it. Hey, yo, I got an announcement. I think I can announce it Wednesday. If he would have had said nothing and just opened the show with him in the ring, because you would have immediately been like, oh shit, why is Tony Khan in the ring? Hey yo, I bought Ring of Honor. The reaction would have been, I mean, the reaction was still crazy, but we wouldn't have had all the speculations of, oh, is it an HBO Max deal? Oh, is it a streaming deal? Oh, are they buying Ring of Honor?
Oh, like who did they sign this time? You know,
who did they sign this time? But if he wouldn't have said shit and just opened the show with him just in the ring, hey yo, I bought Ring of Honor. And you know, it was even cheeky how he threw that little jab. No. It's not Shane's name on the dotted line. It's mine. You know. But you know, with his flair for dramatics and his excitement levels, he should have just been like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure AEW is doing what AEW do, baby. And then come Wednesday, hey yo, I bought Ring of Honor. I think the internet would have damn near exploded. Like, because nobody would have had no speculations, none of that. It would have been like, oh shit, like damn.
Yeah, Tony Khan, he's just on a different level. Like the way, he looks like he's always on crack or something. Like seriously.
He does look like he's really just amped up all the time.
Like, man, what drugs are you taking, man? Like, you look like you're on something.
He's taking that pro wrestling passion. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, it is. He's a mark for himself.
Look, and you know what? And I'm not mad at it. And being the mark that he is, he decided to segue into a mark ass match. Ring of Honor history.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson and Christopher Daniels. Look,
and what a match they put on.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels doesn't have to wrestle. He really does not. But the fact that he, you know, I mean, it's not like you're not going to put over Danielson in this situation.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, but to showcase, you know, Christopher Daniels as is, I mean, there's no need for Christopher Daniels to have a last run because I feel like his last run was in Ring of Honor when he won the championship.
Yep.
And had that big moment then. I think he's good. Kazarian, whole nother story. I think Kazarian needs a world title in some way, shape, or form. I mean, maybe it's Ring of Honor, maybe it's Impact. I don't know, but he needs it. He should have been Impact champion instead of Christian. That's just my whole deal. But you know, whatever.
I 100% agree with you on that.
But yeah, this made sense for the storyline. You know, even for Danielson to disparage Ring of Honor. He didn't really do it too much. He just said, you know, well, this isn't, you know, we shake, you know, in Ring of Honor tradition, we shake hands after a match. This isn't Ring of Honor. You know, it's AEW, and I'm going to kick somebody's head. Basically. And he did. And then, of course, Moxley came out.
Yep.
And I love the fact that Mox didn't come out to help Daniels. I like the fact that this was all about him and Danielson, which increased the intrigue and the interest in this match. Which, of course, this is a going trend for this entire show universally, is that everything in this show helped build up Revolution. Some things were somewhat of a miss, you know, Cargill, Ty Conti, but we'll get into that later, whatever.
We'll get into that later. I got notes for the whole show.
But that's the thing, and I love the turn as far as for Danielson stating that, you know, it's going to be your head that gets kicked in, and then for Mox to rebuttal that with, you know what, you know, why don't you do it now? And then Daniel to just not necessarily coward out, but to just leave, you know, with his smart like he does.
The match is happening Sunday for a reason.
Yeah, see, that's what I like to see. Like, I like that you know, he does that heelish fashion of leaving. You know, I mean, it looks like they're gonna fight, and then you go like, no, we're gonna save it for Sunday. We're gonna save it for the pay-per-view.
We'll save it for Sunday.
Exactly, and I'm glad you said it, because that's the thing about Danielson that I love, is that even though he does chicken shit heel stuff, it doesn't come off as chicken shit heelish on him, because it's almost like, I'm just gonna fuck with you. This is all a mind game. It's like we do this on my time, whatever.
And plus,
You know?
at this point, we can't call a man who's been beating the shit out of people a chicken shit heel at the same time.
Yeah.
Look, when you stomp Brock Lesnar's head in at Survivor Series, I mean,
when you knocked fucking Dark Order.
you talking about Colt Cabana?
Thank you. When you fucking kick his teeth out and shit,
Yeah.
you know.
It is what it is on that one. I love it, and I love the acquisition of Ring of Honor. Now, of course, there's speculation that Cody could be intertwined in this whole thing. I don't know how true that is. I don't want to even try to speculate or predict anything on that end because who the fuck
only
knows?
Only because you brought up his name, and we can go ahead and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Word around the wrestling universe is that him and the WWE talks have fizzled. So, of course, kind of like shout out to Authors of Wrestling. His prediction he made could be true. And for the people out there, Authors of Wrestling page on Instagram, he said that wouldn't it be something if Cody Rhodes is like the one overseeing Ring of Honor?
Which is funny because you think
hold on. There's another rumor. If he oversees it, a certain former NXT general manager could be the new GM of Ring of Honor as well.
Okay, see that's
the other rumor.
That's more into this whole funny thing is that
yes.
You think about Cody with the golden shovel taking the sledgehammer and smashing the King of Kings' throne.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it almost parallels exactly what someone else was doing. It almost you almost can't argue with the fact that people saying that he wants to be AEW's Triple H or Paul Levesque. Mm-hmm. You know, and the same thing with about Brandy being Stephanie Rhodes in AEW. It mirrors it almost perfectly in a way.
Perfectly.
So
yeah,
and I wouldn't be mad at it.
But yeah, so those are the updates with Cody. So back to Dynamite. All right, so I'm gonna round this shit off. The Casino Battle Royal. Shout out to Top Flight. They back together.
Glad to see Darius back.
Darius, welcome back. You have been missed. All right. And I think I literally got them in order. We had Top Flight, FTR started off.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Acclaim, Dark Orders 5 and 10, Butcher and Blade, Varsity Blondes, Bear Country, Santana and Ortiz, Best Friends, Chuck and Trent, Dark Orders Uno and Grayson, the Bucks, the Gun Club, the Wingmen, Brock Anderson, Lee Johnson, and 2.0. Those were all the tag teams in the Casino Battle Royal just for the Young Bucks to win.
I mean,
why did they just have like a number contender or something?
I guess they wanted the idea of with it being a triple threat match with Jurassic Express, anybody could get it. Mm-hmm. But of course, they was building around Red Dragon and Young Bucks, so
I'm not. Now, look, I understand that you hate it. I'm not mad at it because of one specific reason. The way they showcased all the tag teams.
Yes.
That's the only reason why this was necessary, especially in the fact of a lot of the storytelling bits that they had, especially coming from the Acclaim. When Max Caster was rapping, excuse me, when Max Caster was rapping, he said one particular thing. He said, I don't know why we're in this battle royal.
We've been number one for the last month, 2 months, something like that, he said. But yeah, we've been number one ranked tag team.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And of course, the return of Darius. So Top Flight is now complete. So that and then to showcase everything else. I didn't really have a problem with this. You know, it was a huge time filler. But at the end of the day, I mean, you pretty much knew what was going to happen. I mean, if Top Flight wasn't winning this to go in there, I mean, you knew the Bucks, were going to win this.
Yeah.
Because
Especially with Red Dragon winning last week.
Yep.
And apparently, there's also a rumor going around that if you paid attention in the match, because even JR kind of said it, apparently it's rumors alluding to the actual heat that FTR has with the Bucks. So
like
apparently,
legit? Like legit?
Yeah. Apparently FTR has legit heat with the Bucks, apparently. Because somebody paid attention that when JR said something about FTR and the Bucks, Schiavone and Excalibur got real quiet. And apparently it's been rumored that FTR and the Bucks got heat with each other. So, yeah.
Juggs, what's your take on this match?
With the Bucks and FTR.
Oh, well, that and the battle royal, all
The battle royal.
encompassing.
I mean, I'm not surprised that the Young Bucks won this match because, they're centering around, Red Dragon and, the Young Bucks and all that. And, of course, Adam Cole in the middle here, which, there's eventually going to be them, having a great feud here eventually. So I'm not surprised that they won. And, yeah, I kind of did notice that, the announcers, JR and Excalibur, they did kind of get quiet when they brought up FTR and stuff. So I'm really not surprised that they're they got heat with each other. But it was also nice to see Top Flight back. So I mean that was good. But I mean it was just an average battle royal. I mean nothing crazy. I mean one of your average AEW battle royals. A lot of time filler, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But again, yeah, I'm still not mad at it. I mean, it was a necessity for what it was. I mean, I do love AEW's Tag Division.
Mm-hmm. What did JR say on commentary? He said that with this tag team division, we could build this company around the tag team division. Like seriously.
I mean, because you got to think, with all the tag teams that was in the ring, we still had Jurassic Express being champs. You still had Red Dragon. You still had Kings of the Black Throne. You still got Death Triangle.
Yes.
And the combinations they could make. So there's still plenty of tag teams that are still there. So yeah, you really could legit build a company around tag team wrestling.
Now, and I'm glad you said that because I don't know where this actually fit in on the show because I cannot remember.
Mm-hmm.
But the promo for the House of Black.
That promo fell later. I forgot to put it in the notes, but it did fall a little bit later.
Well, we're
gonna talk about
gloss over it right now. Yeah,
that was the chef kiss of all chef kisses.
Because here's the thing: it's like you talk about a rebound off of Andrade and Black losing to Cody and Pac. This here shows. I mean, not only long-term booking, but because I mean, everybody knew that the House of Black was going to be something, but to see it see it form, and just this baseline, even when you take in Malachi Black and Brody King, just on that alone, you could have easily had just a bomb ass tag team, but to bring in Buddy Matthews and to have that whole dynamic there, it's so good. It is so good because you don't know which way they can go. I mean, they can go anywhere. You talk about if they throw in trios titles, if you want to have them branch off and have Matthews and King, go after tag titles. If you want to have Malachi Black do his thing, you want to have Matthews go after the fucking TNT championship. Everything. There's the possibilities with this is endless, and that's the same way that it should have been with Death Triangle. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way completely. But I'm hoping And this
Another
is
rumor.
just me.
Oh, sorry, you mentioned it. Apparently, they're waiting on Kenny Omega to come back to do the trios. That's another rumor.
Okay. So I see that's the way that they're going with it to
Yeah,
do to have,
that's
I guess
another
have Kenny
rumor.
and Bucks with the trios titles. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that because at that point, if that's the case, if that's where they're going, that gives Omega and the Bucks something to do while all the other titles are being occupied elsewhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's fine.
And then they have that big feud with Red Dragon and Adam Cole, like because I feel like that's the way we're headed
Mhm.
with that.
Yeah, I also do agree. Yeah, this is I think this is just me. I don't know how full on it could be, but Pac would fit perfectly in the House of Black.
Who?
Pac,
Pac.
yeah, I guess I
I
can see that.
mean, it could happen. And
No,
that
I don't
way,
think it's gonna happen.
the Lucha Bros can go back to just being the Lucha Bros again.
Yeah,
I mean, Penta can even fit in the House of Black because, like,
that's true.
what he did last week. Was it last week that tag team match that they had, or
Mhm.
that trios
Mhm.
match? No, it's a tag team match, and he came out like this darker, being
Yeah,
darker.
Penta Oscuro.
Yeah, being
Mhm.
like a darker Penta. Like he could also fit in there also.
Yeah, it just
We can see where they move forward.
and
But,
we will.
but I think it would behoove at the moment for them to get a lady presence.
Maybe
Yeah, but see
put
who
I don't
Bunny
know
in there.
who.
Bunny.
I
Bunny.
don't know who, but I think they need to get a lady presence.
Oh, I would love. No, well, I
Abaddon.
mean old school Butcher and Blade to have joined, but I mean I
Yeah.
don't see them rocking the suits though. That's the only thing. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. Now Darby though, Darby, he rocks his own type of suit. I wouldn't even mind that. That
Yeah.
is a good look too. But
Yeah, I would
look.
see a woman in there also. Like put like a creepy person like Abaddon in there. Oh man.
I think she might be too creepy.
Yeah, she might
Yeah,
be
I
a
think
little
it's
creepy.
gonna be too creepy.
I'd bring it back a
aesthetic of the group.
little bit.
Yeah.
And we'd have to really kind of just figure out who that person
You
could be.
actually know who would actually make a good member? Either Mercedes Martinez or Jamie Hayter.
JB Hater,
I was thinking Jamie Hayter too.
yeah.
Only because it would be a dominating female, where it'd be like, because I mean, Julia Hart joining could work, but you don't see Julia Hart as intimidating.
No.
Yeah.
But if you had like a Jamie Hayter, that's intimidating.
Or like a Mercedes
Or like a
Martinez,
Mercedes
I said.
Martinez, that's intimidating.
And I could see a Serena Deeb in that, but I think Serena Deeb
Serena,
does
because I mean,
so good on her own though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
She does so well on her own to the point to where it's like,
they might just leave her on her own.
yeah. Oh, they should. She look, it's the professor right there.
Yeah.
But
the next segment after the Battle Royal was Jericho's.
What? Was it Jericho's thing? Oh yeah. Oh,
Jericho's
because
promo.
the fist bump. Yeah.
Yeah, Jericho's promo was the next thing.
This felt so out of place though.
It really did. It really did. I don't see what was the purpose of Santana and Ortiz showing up. That it was like, okay, I guess.
Because it felt like it was like, yo, we need to slot this in so that way we can get it and get it out the way so that way we don't forget. It's almost like somebody forgot last minute. It was like, oh, we got to fit this in. Jericho, do your promo. All right, Santana Ortiz.
Especially since Jericho reiterated the same shit.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Now, do we want to save the next segment for last? Or do we want to go in order of the way the show went?
Are you talking about the Punk and MJ?
Yeah.
Or do we want to save that for last, or do we want to just go ahead and go?
You know what? Yeah.
We'll
We'll save that for last.
Okay.
We'll save that one for last.
Well, after that, we had the whole Keith Lee backstage with Starks and Hobbs again, which they announced that Keith Lee is going to go against JD Drake tonight.
Which I'm glad the wingmen are getting. The wingmen were all over this show. Just for the record. Yeah. I mean, unsuccessfully on their end, but they're pretty much all over this show. I love that they're teasing what the internet wants. Keith Lee versus Hobbs. That's
I think
obvious.
I'm starting to think that Keith Lee's gonna take that belt off of Starks.
I believe that as well, but we'll save that for later.
Okay.
We'll save that for later.
Well, the next match we had Dr. Baker, Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa. Oh, sorry, Tootsie Rosa.
There you go.
Yeah, gotta say it right there.
Yeah. That was the next match. This match told me everything I need to know is gonna happen Sunday.
Me too. Me too.
And I have one or two predictions, but ultimately it ends in one. It ends in one situation. And to give a hint, sorry, Tootsie Rosa.
This match was a match. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
but Rebel though.
Always.
Rebel though.
And look, I know we can say though to everybody in this match.
Yes,
but we have look, it has to go to Rebel because she was not specifically in this match. Yes. They unfortunately left her out, and I'm sorry, but it's all good. It's all good. But we got you though. We got you.
Like Rebel.
Yeah, I honestly preferred Mercedes and Tootsie Rosa's match from last week over this.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
I mean, because this match wasn't necessary. I mean, you could have easily had Hayter and Rosa or Hayter and Martinez in this. Mm-hmm. I mean, this match in itself was not necessary, and I hate that AEW did that because that's so it's so WWE of them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, so they're acting like WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but of course, Rosa Martinez.
I feel like the wrong person took the pin because, I kind of see what the direction is what they want to go with at Revolution now.
It seems like it, but who knows, because AEW is good on the whole swerve with the swerve and make you think but then switch it on you. But I'm pretty sure our predictions reflect a lot of what happened in the past few weeks, so we'll definitely get to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the wingman, Cesar Bononi.
Wait! Before that, you can finally talk about Ty Conti and Jade.
Oh yeah. See, it annoyed me so much that I almost forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that Jade had specified that Ty is getting this championship opportunity because of her. Mm-hmm. I like that aspect. I hate the whole Ty acting and being held back because it wasn't necessary, and it was so poorly acted. It was so poorly acted to the point to where
it's not only that that's so poorly acted. The issue comes with the fact is that Jade is 28-0. Why would she have to be scared of you?
That's true. And she laid her out last week. Last week.
You haven't. Exactly. Especially since Jade laid you out. It would be different if Ty gave reason for Jade to be intimidated, but it's the other way around. Jade, you should be shaking in your. Ty, you should be shaking in your boots because you got dropped to where you stood last week.
Mm-hmm.
There's
really no build up to this feud. Also, like
it said, really wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I completely forgot that Seven was even on the show until you guys mentioned it. Wait, we have that there.
And then you're right. And that's the thing about it.
No disrespect to Tay Conti and Jade Cargill.
I mean, Jade stole the show with that promo when she came out and said, "Don't I want to see that karate shit."
What does Jade Cargill call the TBS championship? She calls it
that bitch show.
That bitch show, yeah.
And I also forgot we did have the Layla Hirsch and Statlander promo somewhere in the show which
I
forgot
mean
who
that
fell.
at the same time, Layla Hirsch, Cole, Statlander.
Yo, my brother, shout out to Mike. Mike said,
What's up, Mike? Shut up, Mike.
How is Statlander supposed to be the baby face when she told Layla Hirsch, I see why your parents gave you up for adoption?
Yeah,
How are you supposed to be the face
cold.
in this situation?
That never fucking registered.
Really?
You know what, Mike?
Mike. Mike brought it to my attention, but that day it happened, Ashley and I sat there and was like, yo, she said this on TV to another human being. but then Mike brought up the aspect of how you the face if you say that to the heel in this situation.
That's very true.
That
is very fucking true. Yeah.
And then for her to say no, I meant what I said.
Yeah.
She doubled down on it. But then, like you was about to say, the other wingman, Cesar Bononi, went against Mr. Mayhem.
Yeah, he had his Beats headphones on very snugly, and he had the volume
basically
up to 100. Yeah, he got that Powerbomb Symphony in full blast. And here's the thing about Wardlow. For Wardlow to powerbomb someone the size of Cesar Bononi, and to do it, especially the way it looked, the way it came off, I don't know if it was, but it looked safe as fuck for him. Mm-hmm. This is not a fucking Kevin Nash Big Show mid-90s WCW powerbomb. This was, and every fucking powerbomb that he delivered looked safe as fuck, as if it was no sweat.
I get it. We hate to say wrestling is rehearsed, but fuck that. If my life is in somebody's hands, we gonna rehearse some shit.
Yeah,
and especially with Wardlow being 6'5", 6'4", Bononi being 6'5", 6'6", we gonna rehearse some shit, my guy. we gonna get a crash pad in this ring, and you gonna practice these power bombs.
Absolutely. And trust me, they and look in this. I mean, outside of the power bombs, I mean, Wardlow is a consummate professional. I mean, if you can't see that, I'm sorry, you are blind. But
he's the guy
Wardlow,
that WWE liked, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They're interested in him. Whenever his contract is up, they're gonna make him play for him.
You know it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, granted, AEW would allow, like, Tony Khan would allow Wardlow to go off to WWE. Like, Khan is not holding anybody back. He would not dare. But here's the thing.
So AEW, people know, right quick, not to interrupt. Rampage is opening up with the triple threat match.
Okay. Interesting. This may lead to what I think is actually going to happen, since it's opening up the match, opening up the show. So we'll see what happens. Scoot will keep us posted.
Yeah, I keep you posted.
Here's the thing. AEW's treatment of Wardlow has been so well done, especially with his build and turning the face, because the thing is, they didn't force it. Everything felt natural. It's almost like they took the wave of the fans and said, okay, this is the course, we're going to go with it. We're going to listen to what they're saying, and we're going to go with however they feel about it and go from there. And it's like every week his ovation gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Mm-hmm. And now
we know that quote unquote face turn is happening.
Oh, absolutely. And he's loving it.
After the match, Spears tried to do his little shtick. Wardlow killed that man. And Spears was like, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Absolutely.
Then, of course, after the match, we had the whole Wardlow and MJF segment.
Planting them seeds right there.
Oh, absolutely.
At this point, Juggs, the crops is growing. It ain't planting seeds anymore. The
They ain't
crops is
planting seeds.
growing.
It's big. It's been growing for a while.
Yeah, exactly. The crops are growing at this point.
Yeah.
Cause he slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah.
MJF slapped the fire out of Wardlow. I mean, the fact that you gonna tell that man, hey, I decided if you win the Revolution and then win the TNT title, you get to keep the belt.
Yeah, you
but
get to keep the belt.
not that you gonna win anyway.
That's
Yeah.
like disrespect right there. Put some more respect on him. Like I love how MJF is like that though.
And look, MJF did not hold back on that smack.
He
No.
did not.
Now Warlow can take it. I mean, come on, it's Warlow.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look. I mean, you're not gonna tell me Warlow didn't have that left eye tear up just a little bit from that smack.
Just a little
I'm
bit.
saying,
Probably
just a little bit.
Probably as soon as that camera panned away, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, could you warn me a little bit? But
now,
of course, the true main event match, we had Hangman Page, Alex Reynolds, John Silver versus Adam Cole and Red Dragon. This match kind of told me everything I needed to know that's going to happen at Revolution.
Yeah. In a way it did. I mean, look, Reynolds and Silver eventually, at some point,
and I'll be right back.
At some point, like you have to put some gold on them, whether it be the trios tag titles or the definitive tag titles. I mean, just the ovation, the pop that John Silver gets. I mean, you can't deny that if either you put some tag titles.
Silver.
Look, either you put some gold, either you put some tag gold on them, or you put some singles gold on them. I mean, you're gonna like you can't deny his star power, and
he's over.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, and that's the thing. It's like, and I think this may be one of the reasons why Ring of Honor, the acquisition of Ring of Honor is so important, because with them having the Ring of Honor titles in all its entirety, actually helps some of the mid card guys that aren't really getting like the necessary push because of the big names in AEW. It gives them a chance to build their stock up even more in a Ring of Honor setting under the AEW banner. So, I mean, it's because AEW has so much talent and so much underutilized talent in other places, to the point to where they're making the most of it, and it's so hard to give everybody their shine at one time, and so many guys are so deserving of moments at this point. So
wow, that was the spot. I'm watching the triple threat match right now, and they did this spot where Andrade he was doing a power bomb. Well, no, yeah, he had a power bomb, and Sammy Guevara, he was doing a suplex to Darby Allin. Like, it was like a big avalanche type of thing. It was crazy. Oh man, that was crazy. That was nuts there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I'm gonna hear the result regardless.
Yeah.
But depending on the result is whether or not I'm going to be excited to go back and watch this match, or if I'm going to be waiting to watch this shit at Revolution in its full entirety, where the card is deserving of this match. But we'll see.
Well, speaking of Revolution a little bit, I'm kind of surprised that the TNT Championship isn't on the line. I kind of wish it was going to be on the line, the pay-per-view.
Been saying this. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense that it's tagging up with Sting and Darby. It makes no sense at all.
Yeah, that this is the only title that's not being defended at Revolution. The only title. And no, we're not counting the FTW title because it's not. It's a championship, but it's not AEW's championship.
It's not recognized.
Thank you, Scoot. I see I'm lost for words. Thank you, Scoot. Yeah, I recognize Ricky Starks as a champion, but until perfect example. When you go to the rankings on AEW's website, do you see the FTW title?
Nope.
No. And there's your answer. When it gets added on there is when we can talk about it and say, okay, you know what? Yeah. But we'll also get to that in a bit. But Red Dragon and Cole go over. It's honestly no surprise. You're not gonna have you're going to have your challenger look strong going into the pay-per-view, because the champ is a champ. As simple as that. Now, I love the fact that they beat down Silver and Reynolds with Hangman duct tape to the ropes.
Which I had an issue.
Oh yeah.
Where the fuck was the rest of the Dark Order?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
some of them were in the Battle Royal. Some of them were in the Battle Royal.
They had no look. If Brock Lesnar can recover from a championship match and come back and win a Royal Rumble, yeah, I took it there.
Oh, you mean if FTR can recover from that match and come back and help beat down CM?
That too. That too. I think those 4 men recovered enough to come help out their Dark Order brethren getting beat up by Red Dragon and Cole.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. But see, that's the thing about Dark Order has been so, and I wish we had Sammy, because Sammy keeps up with BTS. BTS, BTE more than more than I do.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've been doing anything on there, but Dark Order has been very absent as a whole as of late.
They have.
So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm intrigued, but almost somewhat worried at the same time. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. Cole said, he took the title and put it on Hangman's shoulders as he was tied up, and said, this belongs to me.
Keep it warm for me, my guy.
Yeah. And proceeded to celebrate and went on from there. But, as fun as that was, it's cool, but we got to talk about the highlight of the show. And that was CM Punk and MJF's promo to basically the continuation of what happened last week with MJF's amazing fucking promo, which you talk about layers and just character work alone. To even and it's funny because I think it was Brian Alvarez who had said this is almost like MJF's backstory.
I mean, it kind of was. Look, I've been seeing the internet man saying that this is equivalent to when Syndrome became a villain in Incredibles.
Look, I mean, and it's funny because everybody knew about the picture of Punk and MJF, from a while back. That was talked about here and there, but everybody knew about it. Nobody expected it to be used like in a storyline. And even if they did expect it, I don't think anybody expected it to go to the links that it did in MJF's promo the previous week. And for Punk to come out after that promo and deliver what he delivered then, and then to come
when he
back
goes like, "Hey, was this true?" and stuff like, and then MJF kind of just leaves. It made me feel sorry for MJF.
Yeah,
I feel sympathy for the heel, which is crazy.
Exactly. And the funny thing about that is that we all expected MJF to pull some nefarious shit. Like we never put it past him. And that's because that's the character that MJF plays so well. Because MJF is keeping kayfabe alive, period. But the fact that even though he came out, and everybody still expected, oh yeah, MJF's gonna screw Punk over. He's gonna screw Punk over. The fact that in AEW, it's AEW that does this shit so well. You can know the outcome of something, but to have the levels and the layers of the way that it's delivered is fucking amazing, because that's the meat and potatoes of it. You can know the outcome, but if you can deliver that in between up to that point, you don't give a shit whether you know who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, what who's gonna screw who over. As long as you can talk about everything up to that point, and that's what makes the build for this so well. Because even though,
not only that, not to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
That's the thing WWE has been lacking at times. It's been lacking that whole you give a storyline for some of the bigger feuds, which is fine, but sometimes some of the quote unquote smaller feuds or some of the not so big feuds need storylines too. Not just, oh, hey, you looked at me wrong backstage. Now we got to fight. What? Like, what? But we'll discuss that too with my last topic I have too. But yeah. But yeah, like this storytelling for this feud, if you are not invested,
give that not French kiss.
If you are not invested in this Punk and MJF match, you're a hater. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
You're a hater. Plain and simple.
Yeah. I told everybody before. I know everybody that watched that Punk and MJF match, they gave it ratings through the fucking moon. I'm not saying I hated the match. I thought the match was fine. My thing is that because my bias because the match is a money match and it was on free TV. I didn't look, it did not appeal to me the way it appealed to everybody else. What's going to happen in this dog collar match is what I'm referring to when I say this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Not the TV match we got on Dynamite. That's fine. If you liked it, cool. I'm not hating you for it. I didn't hate the match either. But my interest is more so on this match. And this build is exactly what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'm gonna that's my 2 cents on it. Perfect beatdown. Love the alluding to the whole dog collar thing. I love MJF basically taking points and cues from Punk's previous Ring of Honor promo.
The whole
and going in from there. Yeah. It's all perfect, and it's all going to culminate at Revolution. Juggs, whatever you got to say, look, your opinions on this whole shit.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to this match so much, and the promos that they've been doing back and forth with each other, amazing stuff here. And I like what you said about that match that they had, a few weeks ago. Like they need to quit putting these like it's cool that they put pay-per-view worthy matches on free TV, but it's like I'm more interested in the outcome at the pay-per-view. More interested in that to see how it finishes. But where it's really been still on the show is with the highlight of this feud has been with the promos back and forth with each guy. That's what I've been loving, especially with MJF last week. Pure gold, gold. And then this week, them, CM Punk coming out saying, he's trying to be that good guy, and then have him hugging and stuff. It's like gonna have him, and then does a low blow, crazy. And then he was bleeding blood.
He took him to Dick Kick City.
Yeah, he kicked him in his ding ding. Kicked him in the ding ding. That's what we call it over there on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast.
I personally say dingle dangle, but and look, shout out to Planet Nico, because growing up, that's the word he came up with, and we've been using it ever since. But Hey, kicked him in his ding ding, man.
Yeah, then he CM Punk bled buckets. Like man, he was bleeding
Yes.
so much. That was crazy.
Loved it.
But that just
I
made me so
loved it.
much more ready for this match on Sunday. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be
All
crazy.
right,
But
Dizzle, I'm gonna give you your update to see if it helps you determine some things.
Okay.
Guevara retains,
Okay.
and after the match, he tried to show love to Darby, and Darby left.
Okay. Mm. Mm. Ah. See now this makes me more so. Yeah, this makes me more so expect that this is gonna happen. And okay, so
Well, to give you exactly what happened, Guevara hit the GTH, Sammy threw Guevara out, Darby hit the coffin drop on. Sorry, Guevara hit the GTH on Andrade. Darby threw Sammy out. Darby hits the coffin drop on Andrade. Sammy breaks it up with a 450 splash, throws Darby out the way, gets the 1-2-3 on Andrade.
it's a good match.
And then he celebrates, tried to shake hands, show love to Darby because they have a 6-man tag come Sunday, and Darby dips out the ring like, man, fuck you and fuck this shit. So
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought they were gonna give it to Andrade there for a minute. Like he was looking dominant in this match,
he was.
especially when he took off the belt, started hitting him with slapping him with the belt. Oh my!
But yeah, so that was that sequence of events.
Okay. Do we have anything else on the docket, Scoot?
I have one more story. If y'all didn't know, the CEO of the WWE was on Pat McAfee's show, and I listened to it this morning.
Okay, cool. 'Cause
Um,
I have not. I heard. I know what happened. I have
it
not.
is a great interview.
Okay.
There's going to be two things people are going to take from this. You're either going to believe Vince McMahon and be like, okay, Vince McMahon isn't a bad guy. At the end of the day, he is a businessman. Oh my God, that looks intimidating. But or you're going to take it as Vince is full of shit. That's how you're going to come away with it. You're either going to take it with, well, Vince might not be such a bad guy, or Vince is full of shit.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna listen to what you say that they said. I'm gonna take your words from that.
So
But
it almost sounded like a Talk is Jericho-esque type interview, but
okay.
with Pat McAfee's flair on it. He told Pat McAfee he can have a match at WrestleMania, hence why I said it's going to be McAfee versus Austin Theory. He was basically saying that, he never holds anything against people. Like, he doesn't ever want to release people. He doesn't ever want to do things, but he said at the end of the day, business is business. And, I never want to release people or do things. He said, technically, when I do things, I do it for the betterment of the company. And he said, I understand it be some of your favorite superstars and this, that, and the other, but he said, it's business. It's not that I don't like these people or anything like that. It's solely business.
Okay.
He was asking about like his upbringing and things like that, of how he became the businessman he became and stuff like that. What else was he asked? He also officially announced that he's the one that's going to induct the Undertaker into the Hall of Fame.
I saw that. Yeah.
So Vince will have that distinction of doing that.
I feel like it should be still.
Oh shit. Okay. I guess since Ray Phoenix is still out, Penta Oscuro and Pac has some backup against the House of Black in the form of Eric Redbeard.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Huh.
I actually just met him back last September.
Huh.
Oh wow.
That just got
Uh,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they need somebody to fight Brody King. And then speaking of, Brody King and Redbeard were staring each other down before the security broke it up. But
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much as fight Brody King as to tag with Brody King.
oh, you think Redbeard might betray uh Penta and Pac?
Makes way more sense.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Uh,
Ah,
but
He would
what
fit
else?
so good in their tag team or in the group.
What else was he saying? He was also saying too his relationships he had with Stone Cold, his relationships he had with like Rock and all of them, Brock Lesnar and all of that. Um, like I said, it's a good interview. Like it was only like an hour and a half. So like I said, it's definitely worth listening to. But like I said, if you're a person who is anti WWE and you listen to this interview, you're gonna come away with the whole Vince is full of shit, fuck him and fuck everything. I don't believe nothing he says. But if you actually listen to the interview objectively, he sounds like a businessman. And he
well,
basically said one of the things is that you really have to separate personal with business.
That's
and
true.
look, I'm not gonna say that he's lying in anything that he's saying, but it's one of those situations where you have to look at it from this perspective. Pat McAfee is employed
That's
by the
also true too.
WWE. So, and for Vince McMahon to put himself in a situation where he could potentially be vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
or pressed in a situation, he's not really going to allow it,
That's also true
especially
too.
if you're somebody who is his subordinate. Now, this is the differences between a Pat McAfee show interviewing WWE guys and a Stone Cold podcast interviewing WWE guys. At least with Stone Cold's podcast, you understand that everything for the most part is very genuine. Regardless of who likes what. Like there may be some regulations as what he can and can't say, but for the most part, a lot of it is coming from a genuine nature. It's coming from a
Mm-hmm.
standpoint of where it's basically authentic, and that's where my mindset is. And me listening to you, Scoot, say it
Mm-hmm.
without any context, without listening to it or seeing it. That's the way it comes off to me because I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, well, this sounds like it's something that, okay, you know what? I need to find a way to save face. Let's do it on the Pat McAfee show, do an interview. Because look, this man has done
And I thought
interviews
that
with
too when I was
anybody.
listening to it. It was like it's not that really Pat McAfee is going to really ask the hard questions because at the end of the day, he works for Vince McMahon.
And
Yeah.
and Vince McMahon, I think Stone Cold probably did a more authentic and genuine interview with Vince
Mm-hmm.
McMahon than anybody else could.
But also too, I also looked at it like this too. At the same time, you're Pat McAfee and Vince McMahon granted you an interview. You're gonna be a little like, oh shit, I got an interview with Vince. I because he was fanboying damn near the whole time.
Exactly.
Which you can't blame him because it's Pat McAfee getting an interview with Vince McMahon is different than Stone Cold getting an interview with Vince McMahon because like
Absolutely.
he talked about it. He was like Stone Cold. Like me and Stone Cold had so much things that,
Mhm.
that's the reason why I think Stone Cold was the only other person Vince ever inducted in the Hall of Fame.
There's a level of
Um,
comfortability there.
yeah. Um, he did. One of the questions they asked was basically, does he pay attention to the competition? And he actually said, Pat McAfee did say Impact, TNA, Ring of Honor, AEW. Vince said no, not really.
I don't
I
believe
can
that.
believe that only because Cornette said back in the day, Howard Finkel had to type up a report of what the other companies were doing and give it to Vince.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not saying that Vince
So
doesn't like. I'm not saying Vince watches everything. What I'm saying is that just like you said with Howard Finkel typing up things,
Mhm.
he understands what's going on. So he, and in some way, shape, or form, he pays attention to it. He just doesn't
Mhm.
actively look at it himself. He may have a
Yeah, he does
proxy to
act,
do
no,
it
no,
for you.
no. He basically said no, he does not. He does not actively look at it himself.
Okay, in that sense, now
Yeah.
I believe that. Yeah,
Yeah, basically, yeah, because like I said, even Cornette had said Vince does not actively look at the competition himself. He said if it's something that, oh hey, look at what they're doing, you might can catch his attention and see it, but actively no.
he's got
He
a
does
guy for
not
that.
watch the other stuff
He
himself.
he has a man for that. He has a
Yeah,
guy.
see?
Um, what else? He was also asked about basically how does he do it with going from Raw to SmackDown, being on the road, this, that, and the third, and he just said, I don't look at it as work. He said, it's fun to me that I've been doing this for like this. It's fun to me that I've been doing this for so many years. And then, he even explained the whole entertainment aspect. He said, at the end of the day, wrestling truly hasn't been wrestling in a long time. Regardless of how you feel, wrestling hasn't been truly wrestling in a long time. So he was like, I wanted to be different. That's why I focused on the entertainment part. Because he even said when we had to change our name from WWF to WWE, he said, I thought about it all for 30 seconds. And he was like, you know what? Get the F out.
I
And
believe
just
that. I
entertainment.
believe that.
So yeah, he said that he wanted to lean more on the entertainment aspect, but then he also made the little joke. Had my father knew what I was going to do with the company all those years ago, he probably would have never sold it to me. But he did say, I wanted to focus more on the entertainment aspect because everybody was doing wrestling.
Yeah.
Let me do something a little different.
I mean, look, hey, look, that's a good marketing ploy. I'm not mad at it. I
Yeah.
mean, it makes sense, you know. But I mean, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what? I would say this. If y'all get a chance, like I said, it was an hour and a half. I listened to it. I didn't watch the YouTube. I didn't watch the video version. I listened to it. If y'all got like an hour and a half, listen to it. And if y'all do, hell, we can talk about it again next week. But it wasn't a bad interview. But like I said, depending on listening to it, you're gonna kind of have the same feelings that Dizzle might say that, oh, he's being interviewed by a person who works for him. So of course he's not gonna be asked the
Asking the hard
hard
questions.
hitting,
Yeah.
tough question like, hey, why did you fire all those superstars last year? No, you're not gonna be asked
He
nothing
wants to,
like
he
that.
wants to tread lightly a little bit. He does. He
And
doesn't want to be the
like
next one on the release list.
even with the questions of being tread lightly, though he treaded lightly, it was really more of you find out who Vince McMahon is. And the overview of it is at the end of the day, he's a businessman. Because even he said, one of the aspects people don't know, when I made the company public, I have to please shareholders at the same time, too.
Yeah.
So if there's certain decisions that I make that people don't like,
I mean, look, I'm fully aware of that. I understand that completely because I know
yeah,
this. I know this is why they tread lightly on a few of the
yeah,
more risque things. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, there's no excuse for having a bad show because look, Trips did
I
the
agree.
same thing and had to adhere to the same parameters that the main roster had to adhere to and still came up with a bomb ass show.
But you know
So
what the weird thing about it is too? I think listening to him, and this could be Vince's mind and world. I don't think he thinks he's putting on bad shows.
I
oh,
mean,
I wholeheartedly believe that.
I just
yeah, I
think
do
that he
too.
thinks we're just too damn, we just want too damn much. But in his head, I don't think he's putting on bad shows.
I mean, when you have all this money, and he has all these different sponsors and all that,
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna think you're having bad shows, but, and I mean, ratings, I mean, they're not great, but they're not bad at the same time. I mean,
Yeah, because it's never going to be what it used to be.
no,
There's too many things to watch on TV now.
there is.
This
And
look,
you got a lot of streaming, so you can go
And
back
that
and
too.
watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
he talked about that as well. He said everybody gave me shit for wanting to do a streaming service. Now look now.
Everybody's doing it now.
I mean,
And
yeah, I mean,
AEW could be next on that.
Well, no, he talking about every company, period.
Oh yeah.
He's talking about all companies now have streaming services.
oh,
But everybody gave me shit when I wanted to do a streaming service for WWE.
I mean, I would have never gave Vince shit because
they were actually the first. Yeah, they were the first ones to do it.
Yeah, and that's the reason. I mean, and this is coming from somebody like me. I've never given Vince shit for that because this is from somebody who bought damn near every WWE documentary when it was coming out on DVD because I love watching that shit.
Documentaries and compilations.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that to me. I loved collecting all that shit. So for me to have that shit in a one-stop shop on WWE Network, I was elated. So and thing is, and again, just like how both Scoot and Juggs had stated it, I know there are plenty of wrestling fans out there who did the same exact thing. I mean, because it's basically a card catalog of everything that's going on in the professional world of wrestling. You know, TNA, for instance, was pretty much strictly on DVDs for a while. And that's how I got into TNA in its inception. So, but I'll leave it at this. And to piggyback off of what Scoot said about Vince, because Joke said it too, off of Vince basically believing the fact that he's putting on a good show, and that's mainly because of the money that he's coming in. Here is the perfect example of that. You take, for those of you, and there's some of you who may, just got into wrestling, but you understand pop culture. Look at it like this. Vince McMahon, in his mindset, is the equivalent of Ice JJ Fish. And the reason I say that, and look, trust me, I know he is a horrible singer. But I will sit and I will have Google play Ice JJ Fish on Spotify a multitude of times. And so Ice JJ Fish, hearing that he is a horrible singer, is getting streams on top of streams on top of streams. So when you see the numbers rack up like that, and people are telling him, yo, you are a bad singer, but he's getting all these streams, it's like, yeah, you're telling me this, but the numbers tell me different. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
And I think that's kind of the philosophy at the end of the day Vinnie Mac lives on.
So, and that's the thing. But is it time? Is it time?
I think it is time. I think it is Vader time.
Look, for those of you who didn't realize that Jaeger chimed in and had his whole little shit talk session, I'm going to chime in his predictions for each match as we talk about it. So just understand that. I've seen what he stated. It is what it is. He's not winning. So just get that out of your mind right now. Ladies, look, if you want your man to win, that's fine. You can hope for a lot of things. He's not winning. Just, you can hate me all you want. He's not
ladies, you can hope to be with him, but you just, in reality, you can't be with him. Just like in reality, he's not going to win. I mean, all three of us were all in agreement here that he is not going to win.
That's very true. I think we all know who's going to win. But, look, we're going to leave it up to the results of Revolution on Sunday. And this is why this is different, because we haven't done this point system. I think we may have done it one time, but we haven't done it for everyone. But we're bringing it back if that's the case. So every match, 1 point. We are including the buy-in matches in this as well. Every championship match is going to be worth 2 points. So this is going to make this very interesting. This is going to make sure that there is actually a definitive winner. And if there happens to be a situation where there's not and there's a tie, then that's just fucking weird. But
Yeah.
anyway, but I doubt
Gotta
that
go.
because
Gotta go to sudden death. Gotta go sudden.
well, but here's the
No.
thing:
How
if
about
there
this?
is,
How about this? To make sure we do not have a tie, if your pick of the face of the revolution wins, you get 3 points. Because that should help.
points are weird. All right, you know what?
Because there's going to be 6 men in this match.
Actually, is there gonna be? I thought there were 7. What is this?
Because it's
No, it is
5
6.
right now, 6 right now.
Yeah. There's gonna be 6.
It's going to be 6. So, yeah, whoever you pick to win the face of the revolution ladder match, get you 3 points.
Okay, wait, did we get a winner off that? Off.
It still hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so
Which
we're
I'm
doing
pretty
this.
sure that it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Christian Cage who's gonna be in the match. But regardless on who's like Ethan Page or Christian Cage, I don't think that's.
I'll tell you right now. Yes, neither one
None
of
of
them.
those.
Regardless
Neither
of
one of
who
them.
they're not.
Whoever gets in, they're not winning. Yeah.
This is pretty much out of really 2 people, to be perfectly honest. I'll
same
let you
here.
know. It's out of 2 people, but we're good. We're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. So, for those of you who have either skipped ahead or waited for this point in time, or if you decided to not even watch Tag Me In and just decided to watch the whole predictions video, here we go. First up, because we are including the buy-in matches.
Which there's 3 buy matches now.
Wait, are there 3 now? What's the third
Yeah,
one?
because they just added. It was the Kings of Black. Okay, I always say their name wrong.
Oh, is it going to be in the buy-in? I ain't paying
Yeah.
attention.
It showed it a little while ago, going up
Oh,
against
shit.
Eric Redbeard.
Oh,
going up
yeah,
against
because you
Pac,
just stated that.
and
Oh, I ain't know they
Pepper.
added it to the.
Yeah, they added
To the
it
buy-in,
to-
okay.
Let's take this off right now. Okay. We're gonna get Jaeger's pick for that later on. We'll probably get it before Revolution happens. So if you follow one of or all of our Instagrams, basically if you see it on Scoops,
Yeah, I'm
you'll
going to
see
try
it
to
there.
post the graphic.
He posts all of them. So that's where it'll be. If not, you just gotta wait, to see what happens when we actually cover our recap show. Now, for this match, I think it's pretty obvious. House of Black. The house always wins. And I think they acquire a new member in Eric Redbeard.
That's going to be a stacked ass group.
I don't think Eric
House.
Redbeard is completely signed yet to AEW. I mean, that's what I heard. Like, I think this might be I don't know if it's just a one-time thing. Like, I'm not exactly sure yet, but
let me check the
if he
internet
is-
right quick to see if he's all elite.
see if he's all elite.
Let me check right quick.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Nothing I see yet shows that he is all elite, but you just never know.
You never know.
I think we might get that all elite status maybe on Dynamite after Revolution.
Possibly.
But yeah, I'm going with House of Black on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can agree with the house.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna go with the clean sweep here. The House of Black are winning. Here.
I'm gonna say
Okay. Ty got some revenge on Jade just now, but it looks stupid cheesy right though.
Okay, see, I want to say I don't care because
it looks stupid cheesy. But she got a little bit of revenge.
Poor Ty.
Now we got Serena Deeb's
5-minute
challenge.
Yeah.
It's gonna go 3 minutes. I'm gonna assume that Jaeger's gonna go with House of Black, so we'll just say that. So Layla Hirsch, Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
Layla Hirsch needs to push more so than she does now, just to get some relevancy. As mean as that might sound, but you know what? It may be time for the legit one to take a W here.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got, Scoot?
Only because these shit count. I am going to go only because of the way I wanted to go. Legit, Layla Hirsch. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna be talking to me like that, fam.
Juggs, what do you got?
I'll go with my girl Chris Statlander. She's gonna win here.
Oh, okay. I too have Layla Hirsch on mine. I don't know why, just something about female Kurt Angle.
Like I just said,
and,
you ain't
and
gonna be
she
talking to me like that.
is pretty legit. She is
Yeah,
pretty
no,
legit.
oh, absolutely. The next match, I mean, look, I don't even have to ask because it is what it is. I mean, come on.
Wow,
Who's going?
QT is not exactly your best person to start putting people over. I mean, it's kind of a giveaway when it's against QT. It's still valid enough and a little bit of a push, like enough of a push to keep validating Hook as a legitimate competitor and an up and comer.
Ask because it is what it is. I mean, come on. Who's going against Hook in this?
Oh, fam, I was gonna pick QT, but I guess I'm gonna pick Hook now.
Stop. You stop it right now. You stop it right now.
You know, when I look at those graphics of Hook versus QT and Marshall, from the side it looks like Bully Ray. Like if you took away the QT Marshall, I go like, is that Bully Ray there? Like, what's he doing in AEW?
Dang, man. Look, Hook alone has. I think Hook has pretty much gone through like the factory.
Mm-hmm.
It's just look. There's no point right now in betting against Hook. I don't think Hook's going to lose for a minute. Like, to be perfectly honest. So that's the buy-in. I mean, yeah, it's very predictable in some cases. Oh, are you surprised?
Oh, wait. Sheeta is back to get revenge.
No.
Yep. She's beating her with the kendo stick.
This does not need to happen. Why are they doing this now?
It's happening.
This is stupid.
Well, they're gonna add their match onto the pre-show.
No, it's gonna be on Dynamite.
Of course it is, man. Yeah. You know what? I'm not. Next match, and this is
she's
actually
beating the shit out of her with the kendo stick.
This is actually on the fucking show.
And Jade, I'm sorry to say it, it's too early for Jade to lose her undefeated streak. Ty Conti is a hell of a woman, hell of a competitor, but might be a little early to put a belt on her. And like I said, Jay's undefeated streak needs to be lost to somebody big. Maybe Britt Baker. Depends on how that night goes. But yeah. The Storm. Jade Cargill.
Fucking show. Jade Cargill and Ty Conti for the TBS Championship. Juggs, what you got?
Jade Cargill, I mean, she's not losing anytime soon here. And then when she does lose, it's going to be to someone really big. It's going to be something big.
Oh, absolutely. And of course,
I mean, no disrespect to Tay Conti. I like her. You know, she does have them cheeks on her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Yes.
Hey,
yes.
Sammy, I'm going to go steal you, girl.
Jade Cargill. I mean, if you didn't know who I was picking, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, that's the one title that is not changing hands. So, all right.
Sorry to say it, man, but this is going to be my bathroom match because we already know damn well Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara are taking this one home. And you know what? We might just see the collapse of the AHFO here because we're getting Jeff Hardy pretty soon. I imagine we are.
All right. So now there is this match. Now, just in case this is switched out with the triple threat match.
I think it's going to stay this way, but I think Darby might be a little.
I think it might stay this way too now because it's changed. But just in case, just in case they do happen to have this triple threat match. Scoot, who would you pick?
Why go against Darby, Sting, and Guevara, especially since Darby and Sting haven't lost together as a team yet? But
Okay.
Darby walking out on Guevara does make it interesting.
Okay. And so you're going with Darby, Sting, and Guevara. Now, what if it's a triple threat match?
Wait. Hold on. I don't know, because the whatever the fuck their name of the group is, they do need a
The
W at some point.
AHFO. It's a terrible. What does the A stand for in this group?
Andrade.
Oh, so Andrade, Hardy,
Family Office.
Family Office.
Yeah.
So, you know, where is where is Mark Quinn at? Why isn't he?
Well, he only chose Cassidy because Cassidy got the W. Because Cassidy helped. Because Cassidy truly got the W when Andrade basically stole the match. So that's why he chose Isaiah Cassidy instead of Mark Quinn.
Is this gonna be this is a tornado tag, right?
Yeah, it's a tornado tag rules.
Yeah, so they can all be in the match at the same time.
Come back to me and I'll figure that.
All right.
You know, I can't bet against Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara.
Okay.
I mean, the faces are gonna win here. I mean, you know, I kind of wish they would have took the title off of Sammy tonight, gave it to Andrade.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Now, if it happens to be they switch this out for the triple threat to run that back, who would you choose in that triple threat for the TNT title?
I'll definitely go with Andrade to win that.
Okay. Scoot, you ready, or you still need more time?
Still need more time.
Okay. So if it's the triple threat, I also had Andrade as a pick. Now, if we're going into this 6-man tag, it's going to be Darby, Sting, Sammy Guevara. And the reason that I say that, and this is what I was alluding to earlier, which I said I'll wait for, is because I believe that Darby, Sting, and Sammy winning is going to cause the implosion of the AHFO, which in itself would cause them to beat down Matt Hardy and have Andrade take over, which is very stupid because of what I'm about to say next. Because if this is the case, Jeff Hardy debuts on Dynamite.
Yeah,
Not at Revolution, because his non-compete doesn't happen until the 9th of March. Which, if we're doing our math correctly, is Wednesday. But if they want to pull it for later, that's still also very much possible. So Andrade, still heel, takes over the Hardy family office, which is stupid. But that gives them something to do, I guess. And you introduce Jeff Hardy to help Matt Hardy.
You know, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Wood, they need to go back to doing their own stuff and have Andrade just be solo and stuff. He doesn't need to be part
absolutely.
of this.
Absolutely.
I 100% can agree with that. If it was a triple threat, I would say Andrade. I'll go with the same prediction that Darby, Sting, and Guevara, that I think Guevara and Allen would get on the same page against them three. And then I guess Matt will probably just be just like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit.
I mean, he's been walking out lately on on Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. You know, like he's just been upset with them because like they haven't been getting the job done.
And the
so
good thing about this
coming.
And the good thing about this, as far as on the Darby and Sammy side, is that I think we're going to get a genuine feud for the TNT title, where we get something of the likes of, you know, Sean and Brett, you know, Brett and Mr. Perfect, Booker T and Chris Benoit. I think we get a genuine feud for this mid card title between these two, where they can have a series of matches and they just they built this title up. So I think that's where we could potentially be going with this. Now, this 3-way for the tag titles: Jurassic Express, Red Dragon, Young Bucks.
As much
This may be the surprise one for a couple of y'all because I am a fan of the Elite, the Bucks. I'm a fan of the Undisputed Era. But I see Jurassic Express taking the W here.
as much as I hate saying this, and I really hate saying this, Jurassic Express, because the Elite is going to implode.
Okay. Juggs?
Yeah, I say Jurassic Express because Red Dragon and the Young Bucks, they're gonna be more focused on each other. They're gonna try to take each other out, and Jurassic Express is gonna get a quick one, and then we're gonna have that feud between Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. That's it. That's how I see it happening. I mean, this is really predictable right here, but they could swerve us here. They could swerve us.
They could, and I think.
But I think it's too soon to put the title on to the Red Dragon. I don't think they need to put on the Bucks. If Jurassic Express lose, they're gonna lose to Red Dragon.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay safe and say that Jurassic Express retains.
Right here is different for me because I have thrown the crown aside for a little bit.
Uh oh.
I have not listened to the crown. The crown has not said shit to me. I'm going with Red Dragon on this one.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's a bold prediction right there. I mean,
very bold, but yeah, it is very much so. So,
okay,
we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, Red Dragon on my end. Next up,
It does absolutely nothing to have Moxley lose here. He can take the loss over Bryan Danielson right now, and seeing a Moxley that, whether it be reluctant or not, accepts a Bryan Danielson that has beat him and bled with him, there's going to be at least a respect amongst that duo, who I can see then taking younger talent, not taking, but I mean having them join their faction, and honestly just running through a couple of things. So yeah, I'm picking Danielson to win this.
Mox and Danielson. This is where the card just starts to heat the fuck up.
This one I do not know.
Yeah. I mean, I did predictions on this a few days ago. I kind of want to change my predictions because I still don't know. It's crazy.
Okay. All right. Scoop.
Fuck. I don't know.
Let me say something here. So, I feel like eventually, we're going to get that John Moxley and Bryan Danielson tagging up. I feel like that's going to be happening. Because he said, in order to tag up with me, you had to believe me first. I could see us go one of two ways. I could see either Bryan Danielson winning this match here, or ending in a no contest or a count out or something like that. Because both these guys are so over. And, you want both guys to win, but oh man.
See, I don't want to pull Dizzle. I don't want to go full Dizzle because I have another idea in my head. And I'd rather a 50-50 chance than a a 33.33% chance. You know,
I'm gonna stay safe, and I'm gonna say Brian Danielson wins this match.
because my heart says they're gonna fight to a time limit draw. That's what my heart is saying.
Yeah, that's another way.
But
I can see it going.
I'm gonna go with Mox.
Okay. Well, it's funny that you say you didn't want to go full Dizzle because look, I am not listening to the crown and I'm going full on Dizzle. This is not going to have a definitive winner. This is going.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like,
to
I
a
really
no
want to
contest
pick
or time limit. Regardless of which one, it's going to happen. That is where I'm at. I am risking a 50-50 chance. And I'm
You
going
know what? Fuck it. I'm going with you on that.
I gotta change mine also.
I'm going with you on that. I'm going time limit draw because as I was thinking about it before, I was like, Danielson has been to a time limit draw before. I don't know about Mox. I can't remember if Mox has yet. But
wait, can they do time limit draws on pay-per-views?
They had because Darby couldn't beat Cody because of the time limit.
Was that on paper? I thought that was on
that was All In. The first All In.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're right. I'm changing it too. I'm changing it. Yep.
That's my thing. But I personally, I don't even think it goes time limit. I think they just beat the shit out of each other and it just
and they can't continue.
It just can't continue.
Yeah.
I can see that too.
They're both gonna be bleeding so much, and the referee, they'll be both down trying to get back up.
I see the crowd begging for this to continue throughout the entirety of the night.
Yeah. I see no contest there.
Because all I see in this is violence.
So wait, is no contest the same thing as time limit draw?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. The no contest time limit draw situation, because it's that whole I can't team with nobody without bleeding with somebody. And it would be more serendipitous to them just beat the shit out of each other and it just ends in a draw rather than a definitive winner.
Because look at it like this. If they do team up, you have that open to run this match back after the stable is complete. So there's that. Now,
Eddie's got to get the W here. Like in all the promos we've been hearing about how he's been coming up short here, there, whatever. It's got to be Kingston. He's got to beat Jericho because honestly, Jericho doesn't lose shit if he loses here. Like his career is cemented. He's always going to be that demo god. I don't think we're ever going to get the eye roll whenever he shows up. Mainly because, it's Chris Jericho. And there's always going to be a part of us curious about what the hell's going on next with him. Also, I really want to see the drama unfold where Santana and Ortiz probably split off and join Kingston, which may lead to the dissolution of... that's going to be really interesting to see. But anyways, once again, Eddie Kingston.
Jericho and Kingston.
Edward Kingston. Because of Santana and Ortiz. But that's a little extra little sauce on it. But Eddie Kingston.
I'm taking Jericho on this one.
What?
Yeah, I have to go with Eddie Kingston on this one.
Wait, who you going with, JSB?
I'm going with Eddie Kingston.
He's going with Kingston.
Okay.
Kingston, yeah. Because Jericho doesn't need to win here.
You're right. He doesn't need the win. He does not need the win at all. He needs the storyline.
And that's why you think Jericho's gonna get it?
He needs a storyline, not the win. What do you get more money out of? You get more money out of the storyline than the win.
You think they're gonna keep running it back like how Cassidy and him did?
No, I don't think they run it
I
back
think
like
this is
that.
just a one-time thing.
I think this is a one-time thing. I think this is there's more layers to this whole thing, which is why I think Jericho takes it.
Okay.
There's a reason for it in my mind. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. The big money match, 3 points on the line.
So, for story purposes, I'm gonna have to go with Wardlow. And it sucks we can only pick one person.
Face of the Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Scoot, who you got?
Well, it's not gonna be Christian Cage.
No.
Because he just beat Ethan Page.
Oh, well, then you know what?
And they're fighting on Rampage.
And they're fighting on Rampage.
Well, then let's go ahead and change that.
Yeah.
To,
go ahead and update it right quick.
Bam.
My choices are between Limitless and Wardlow.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Once again, I'm going full Dizzle. Mr. Mayhem Wardlow. Because what better way of him finally getting that damn championship and finally getting his turn against MJF?
Man, you sound like the
Wardlow is gonna beat the dog shit out of Guevara. So I'm going with Mr. Mayhem Wardlow.
Okay. All right. Juggs, who you got? Or you contemplating?
So yeah, there's only two guys who I can see win
So
this.
Red Dragon and okay, so hold on. I don't know if it's gonna change anything, but Jurassic Express came out to celebrate with Christian Cage. Red Dragon and the Bucks show up. Red Dragon stole one championship, the Bucks stole the other. So now they're in each other's faces with the championships. And Luchasaurus just stole them back. And Jungle Boy just dove on all four men. So
yeah, there's only two options. I think
Mr. Mayhem Wardlow. Wait. Rewind that. Let me rewind all that I just said. Cause Wardlow can still do his face turn if he don't win this ladder match, because MJF is gonna fuck with him for not winning. Shit. Now it just fucked with me now.
Hey man, go.
I sounded so confident at first.
Go with your heart.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, JSB. What was you saying?
There's only two options who I could see win this. Well, I was going to say, we're kind of on the same wavelength there, on who we go with. I think it's too early to give Keith Lee that big push right now. Do what they're doing right now with him. Like, you don't need to push him like straight to the moon right now, or like, I mean, not like anything like Cameron Grimes. But, you don't need like. I mean, there's limitless things to do with Keith Lee here in the future. So, I mean, he does not need to win this ladder match. And this is a beefy big boy ladder match. Like, there's big boys.
Boy, bro.
Yeah. This is a big hoss match. They better have these ladders, they better have that Big Show ladder ready.
They breaking ladders. They breaking
ladders here.
Ladders.
But I tell you who's not going to win. Powerhouse Hobbs, he's definitely not winning. Ricky Starks is not winning. Christian Cage is not winning. Orange Cassidy, nah. I mean, that'd be cool, but he's going to be all confused, going like, wait, how do I climb this ladder? Like, wasn't he in the match last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he does stuff like that last year.
I'm sticking with Wardlow.
I'm going with Wardlow here. Wardlow's going to win.
Interesting. I am going with Mr. Powerhouse Starks Lee Cassidy cage.
That's all one person right there.
That is one person. Everybody's winning. They're gonna fuse and they're gonna become one and break the internet.
It's just gonna be like some Power Rangers type of stuff. They're all like,
which, ironically enough, Scoot is wearing the Power Ranger shirt. But no, when everybody goes Deasley, you got to go full Deasley. Wardlow, it's his time.
Yeah,
I think so.
And the reason I say that is because of what Scoot said earlier. Keith Lee is going to feud with Starks. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to get that Hobbs and Lee match. Lee doesn't need anything at the moment.
No.
He's going to build his stock up. The thing is, and of course, I am notorious for saying this shit about every person that comes through the fucking door. This person's going to take the FTW title. And I'm going to say it again. I've been wrong every time. Keith Lee is the one person that has the extreme amount of charisma that can elevate that title into something that you can bask in.
Yes.
So, yeah, why not? And the thing is, everybody's looking at Hobbs and Lee, but Starks and Lee is the real story here. So,
Starks and Lee is the real story.
And that's what we're going to see in this match. We're going to see a lot of Hobbs and Starks going after Lee. So,
yes.
Wardlow it's his moment right now, and it's like
Christian Cage and Orange Cassidy there this day.
Christian Cage don't need shit. Cassidy, he's there just for the fans at this point.
Christian Cage got the highlight for beating Kenny Omega for the Impact title. So Christian
on Rampage.
So Christian can kind of chill with being the mentor to Jurassic Express.
Yeah,
I mean the only reason why they have Christian Cage in here is because he's veteran in lighter matches and stuff.
Yep. All right, here it is.
Now, if y'all been listening to me at all and who I've been pushing for, then you should already know that Thunder Rosa is taking this.
Here it is. Britt Baker. Well, now, Britt Baker. Nice old friend of Tag.
Mm-hmm.
Against the tootsiest of tootsies. Tootsie Rosa. Yeah, boys.
D.
It doesn't feel like it's time for Thunder Rosa to get the belt for some reason. I don't know why.
Look, I'm glad that y'all can read the writing on the wall because I say the same thing.
It doesn't feel right. Like if honestly, if it does happen, this will be one match I will legit be shocked that they take the belt because for some reason, even though we see them feud before, this doesn't feel like because honestly, the little monkey wrench, I think Mercedes Martinez.
I didn't think about that.
I did not think about that. The catalyst, but I don't think this is time for Thunder Rosa to. Because the thing is that I don't know who's taking that belt truly off of Dr. Baker.
Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. It is going to be Thunder Rosa.
Oh, you think it's going to be Thunder Rosa? Okay.
Just not now. That's the only person at this point in time, unless they build somebody else up, that's the only person that can take it off.
Okay.
But yes, what you've stated has been my same sentiments about this whole thing. The build and everything to it has not been to the point to where it's like, oh, and even if you wanted to do it for shock value where you had this, it's been a lackluster build. Yeah. Like there's nothing that's been to the point to where it's like, well, couldn't they? Because I mean, if you think about it, Ty Conti was a person who, nobody would expect to beat Britt Baker. but she gave a good showing to the point to where you can say, you know what, she could have won, and I would have believed it. This does not scream that, and that's only because the star power that Thunder Rosa has.
Yes.
So, and this is the reason why I'm going with Britt Baker, among other things. But, you know, yes. Juggs, I'm assuming that you're saying the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with DMD baby.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there's a T-shirt on AEW shop right now for Britt Baker says DMD baby.
Hell yeah.
I think I might need to pick that up, to be honest.
Got you.
But yeah, I kind of agree. You know, I think eventually Thunder Rosa is gonna get a title. Maybe could be a double or nothing, maybe. But right here, I feel like Britt Baker, she's gonna win in some heel fashion. You know, she's gonna cheat to win, and then they're eventually gonna run it back at their like not a rubber match, but like do their match where she finally takes the title off of Thunder Rosa. Because wasn't it last year where Britt Baker won the title at
Kushida, yeah.
Nothing? Yeah. So she's had the title for about a year.
You're going that way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which it doesn't feel that. Like, I feel like she just recently won the title. Like,
Yeah?
It doesn't.
Yeah, because she won it, like, I think, about a month and a half or 2 months before she was down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, they got some more stock. In
I mean, there is a battle of the belts too happening in April.
So then there's that
she could
as well.
potentially lose it then, but for now, I think the belt stays.
Or they got this show on St. Patrick's Day also. You remember that match they had last year at St. Patrick's Day? They had that brutal match.
You think they might run the anniversary back?
Yeah.
Because St. Patrick's Day is on the 17th. I think that might be a Thursday.
Or yeah, because I think they're it's on the 17th.
Thursday.
But like they're gonna do the show on that Wednesday. So
on that 16th, the day before. I mean, look, if that's the case, I mean, hell, fuck it. That might be the best way to go. You know, Thunder Rosa coming in saying, yeah, I want to run that match back, but this time I want it to be sanctioned, so it counts.
Mm-hmm.
And it be for the title. So I mean, hey, fuck it, I'm down. Next up, CM Punk versus MJF.
Dog collar match.
Dog collar match.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, you look perplexed.
I am. I'm very perplexed.
Yeah, me too. Like once we started talking about the John Moxley Brian Danielson, like from here on the card is just like I love how unpredictable this show is. You know,
the main event. The main event I'm pretty certain on.
Yeah, I'm certain on the main event, but these past few matches like oh, which one can they go?
Shit. Only because CM Punk already suffered his first L. Will they make it a trilogy?
I don't think so. I really don't.
Fuck.
Because this feels like a feud ending match.
I need some Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart of the Cards type shit right now. I don't know. We'll have to circle back to me.
Okay.
You gotta circle back to me on this one.
Doug, so you got.
I mean, I kind of want to go with the MJF because I feel like CM Punk will put him over.
Oh, I know who's gonna win.
Go ahead.
CMJF.
Yeah. You know,
CMJF
here we go. Win. Here we go. If CM Punk doesn't win, I'm going with MJF. And if MJF doesn't win, I'm going with CM Punk.
Yeah. CMJF is going to take the W.
No, the referee is winning here. I got the
the fans are going to win this one.
The fans.
The fans are definitely going to win.
Yeah.
In this one.
I really don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna still think on it some more.
You know, I would be surprised if they give it to MJF here because, like, Punk, you know, he's willing to put over people, you know.
I mean, he has put him over.
Yeah, he did. He put him over twice. One match. Or like one night. CM Punk. Then again, like I feel like he needs to win this match. I mean, he doesn't need to win it, but oh lord, you know what? I'm gonna go with CM Punk. Fuck it, I'm going with Punk. He's gonna get his win back.
Do you need more time?
Yeah. Especially after I'm watching the Road to Revolution and they're showing the feud.
Yeah.
And also another reason, like watching the Go Home show with him, getting beat down,
and that didn't help too.
Yeah, I mean, he saw him smiling and all that. Like he was like, "Oh man!" Like he looked like a crazy. He looked like a lunatic after that bloodbath.
I am gonna go with Maxwell Jacob. Freed.
That's where my heart is at. My heart is at MJF because you know what? I'm gonna just go full Dizzle. MJF is winning this match. In the next pay-per-view, MJF is getting his title shot.
I kind of, you guys kind of persuaded me to go with MJF now. God damn it. I don't know.
Because if CM Punk wins, that's grounds of running back a third match.
Yeah, you're right. MJF needs to win more. I'm gonna go with MJF as well. I'm retracting my prediction.
I'm going with MJF only for the sake of it is about time for him to finally. I mean, I know he had his title shot the first time, and he lost to Mox when he did his whole campaign. But what better way to finally solidify to get his title shot by beating Punk again? Yeah.
Well then, okay. All right. Well, now, I mean, the only thing that's left is the main event.
Because MJ,
this one I had to think about for a little bit, but considering that they actually follow the unwritten rule of whoever gets the domination or the advantage prior to the pay-per-view actually loses. I honestly see Hangman Page keeping this one. Again, Adam Cole has a huge story that's doing a slow burn with Red Dragon and the Bucks / the Elite. There's no reason to take the belt off Hangman yet, especially because we maybe have been looking for like a solidifying match for Hangman, like to validate him as a champion. And you know what? Cole, I don't think is going anywhere for a while. He will hold that belt, but not at Revolution.
It's the main event.
Because MJF will be going against Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah,
you're going with Hangman off the bat.
Yeah, it's cowboy shit all the way here.
Yeah. And it is no slight to Cole. It is no slight to Red Dragon. They do not want to run back Undisputed Era again that quickly with Red Dragon and Cole holding the belts.
That is exactly why I am going with Cole to win.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you did pick Red Dragon earlier.
I did. But that's just because that's who I believe is going to win that match. This is for a whole other reason. See, the thing is, everybody is expecting MJF to go after Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that. I think they're going to let everybody savor this moment. It's too predictable.
Okay.
MJF is going to go into a feud with Wardlow for the TNT Championship.
That makes sense too.
Adam Cole is going to run roughshod. I'm thinking, look, I told you, I said this from from the beginning of right before Hangman was going to win that title. There are no more for a period of time. There are no more long title reigns in
You did
AEW.
say that.
They're about to pull this Attitude Era shit where it just flip flops, not in a bad way, but just in a way where it makes sense. Everybody's going to get some shine.
I don't know if I'm still behind Cole getting it though.
Yeah, me either. Like,
I mean, look, hey,
I think
may
Cole's
not
gonna
be.
get. I think he's gonna get eventually, but like,
But I do like that idea of MJF still winning, but him beefing with Wardlow for the TNT Championship.
That's the swerve right there. That's the
I do
swerve.
like that
Wardlow's
idea.
going to get that shine. He's going to get that shine. MJF is going to want to take it away. That's going to sidetrack MJF from the AEW championship for a little bit. That's not to say that Hangman is going to be left in the dust. Hangman is going to have some other things to deal with in the meantime. Remember, Kenny Omega's gone right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to do any trios title. There's no reason to put Red Dragon and Cole. You know, what better way to occupy them temporarily? Put some gold on them. Make everybody feel good about it. That's me. That's my line of thinking. I'm going with Cole. I'm going with Britt Baker, and I'm going with Red Dragon. It may not be Undisputed Era.
it's damn near close.
Well, the AEW YouTube page did call them the Undisputed Originals.
They did.
There you go. And it's Para going my way on Sunday.
You have me rethinking this now. Not so much my other decisions, but at least Cole winning the title. You have me rethinking that now.
The way my mind works. Without the crown. Not on the crown today. I've been off the crown for a while.
You still going with cowboy shit, Juggs?
I'm still going with cowboy shit. I still have to go with that.
I think I'm gonna still go with cowboy shit too because I see Hangman losing. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's to Cole.
Fair enough. I mean, a lot of people are saying because Hangman's going to win because he hasn't won on the pay-per-view since he won the title. So there's that. But, you know, I ain't looking at that shit. So, but yeah, that's all our picks. But I do have to ask though. Do we get any surprises? Any debuts?
I can't see what match would warrant it.
Yeah, me either.
I'm thinking about all the free agents now. I can't see any match that warrants a debut unless I don't know if they want to make her heel or not. And I guess it wouldn't make sense either, too, out the blue. Because then it'll be like, damn, why is everybody picking on Thunder Rosa? Athena could debut.
That's true.
Because like I said, but it's going to turn into, damn, why everybody picking on Tootsie Rosa?
I mean, if you had her debut, it would probably be against
Dr. Baker.
No. After Jade beats Ty.
Ooh, that makes sense too.
But I don't think it's good because I think they're done with debuting people in like marquee matches off the bat.
Yeah,
or at least for now.
At least I hope so.
Yeah, we'll see. Hangman loses. He's in the ring. Cole runs off with the title with Red Dragon, and as he's left in the ring, Wyndham Rotunda shows up with the new Dark Order, and then they demolish him. And that's what happens.
Oh, you think that's how it's gonna work out?
The hell the fuck no. That's a fever dream.
Oh, I'm about to say, yo.
Like, man. Oh.
And it turns out that House of Black was a part of the Wyndham cult and shit the whole time.
It does look like a cult. They do look like a cult.
Do we get some potential Ring of Honor integration with this pay-per-view?
No.
No?
I think anything Ring of Honor related is going to be saved for at least the earliest the next pay-per-view.
Dr. Baker wins, and the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Deonna Purrazzo, shows up.
Oh, to get that. Okay.
Oh, I kind of like that now.
Even though I know she is technically Impact too, but she is still Ring of Honor's champion.
If you can hear those dogs agree outside. They agree
Yeah.
with that.
And that could be an interesting feud for Baker, Deonna, and potentially a title for title type situation. And that could be the best way to get the belt off of Dr. Baker.
I think it's very safe. Yeah, it's safe. I think that's probably the best thing that we get as far as surprises go. I think we get build-ups to other surprises during this pay-per-view, but other than that, I don't think we get anything direct. So
all I'm saying is, if Deonna Purrazzo shows up, that's bonus points.
Yeah,
you
look here. If that shit happens, you say that Wendy shows up with a new Dark Order.
I'll give you a title right now.
Exactly. I'll be like, you know what? Regardless of the point system, the fact that he called that shit,
you're champion there. If you call that correct,
like I might get like you might just end up being like, yo, I understand that he might didn't technically win in the points, but fuck.
God dang it. Oh man. But I wouldn't be too mad about that.
Oh,
never know.
There's an asterisk you never thought about, Dizzle, and they just showed him on TV. There's another person who could potentially take the belt off of Hangman.
Who's that?
Miro.
They just showed him.
They just showed him in a vignette, and I was like, Miro hasn't been there in a minute.
Count that to Revolution.
While potentially Cole is dealing with the implosion of the Elite, Miro could come back and be like, "Hey yo,
I'm next.
It's my time."
Nah,
I don't see that happening.
Not yet. Not yet.
Hey,
look, because thing is, the reason I say that, he's got to build his stock back up, and this is where Keith Lee comes into play. Keith Lee wins the FTW Championship. He is running roughshod, building that title up. And you get, telling you get that big Haas match between these two.
Well, that's
and
what
Miro
Lee
may not win.
Hobbs is gonna be for. That's what Lee and Hobbs is gonna be for. That's the big Haas match right there. That's the beefy boy battle right there.
Yeah, Miro's gonna be Miro is destined for some great things, but not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Trust me, I want it. But I think if he wins that title anytime soon, it's gonna be overshadowed by what happens because MJF is still looming. And you don't want to make Hangman's championship reign stale to a point because they are running it and they are surprising everybody with his defenses, but at the same time, Bill Hangman. And I fuck with some cowboy shit. But I think I might be right. But regardless of the fact, we will know who's right, who's wrong. We will know who the new. Well, I mean, we already know who the new Predictions Champion is going to be. This is obvious. And I look forward to defending my title at WrestleMania.
I thought what we should do for WrestleMania,
your prediction champion,
since it's a 2-night event, we should just have it as one big scoring system.
I agree.
Just
Okay.
compile both nights and be, hey, whoever won both nights.
Are we adding NXT into this?
Fuck it, why not? It's part of the same weekend. That way you got 3 shows. Now that's some true defense right there. Stand and deliver and 2 nights
Oh,
of
I get it. Y'all,
WrestleMania.
y'all. I see. Y'all are anticipating my win this Sunday, so y'all trying to do everything to stack the deck against me, so that way y'all can try to take it off. Hey, look, I'm game. I'm game. I'm
Okay.
game.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good.
Fair enough. But look, you see the crawl. You see where to find everybody here. Look, and see, Juggs was even nice enough to put his shit in his fucking title. Like you can't get much nicer than that, because I'm not gonna do that shit. Scoot changes his name every week, so you don't know where the fuck to find him unless it's in the crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and Jaeger is off gallivanting with all you IWC, I don't want to say groupies, but you know. Anyway, as we always say here, whether you love the shit, hate the shit, don't forget to rate the shit. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave all your comments, concerns, questions, all that good shit down below. Hit the notification bell to get all the updates on everything that's going on tag, you know, whether it be tag me in, hot tag, quick tag, freeze tag. There's a lot of tags. You know, Jaeger After Dark, Scoop with the scoops on his monthly shit. Go over there and follow Juggs. It's right there. It is right there. You have no excuse. Do that shit. Also, this whole Tag Me In episode is brought to you by the subscribe button. Go ahead and tag that shit.
This video is sponsored by Body Armor.
That's right.
Nutritious and delicious.
Tag that shit too. They don't sponsor us, but if they wanted to, Body Armor, if you wanted to, just let us know.
And we ain't gonna say no.
Yeah, we're not. We don't even need money for it. You can just say, hey, we support the shit. Anyway. But as we always say, most importantly, mother effing subscribe. Now, I'm gonna warm up this hand for the last time as a non-predictions champion. Juggs, you should do the same as a champion. This is the last time you get to give a championship to
this
Sweet.
championship is staying there.
Scoot, I didn't say you for a reason.
It's fine.
Bada bam. Nothing for Jaeger because he's not here, so he doesn't deserve it. Too Sweet.
I see what Jaeger's doing. Okay, he probably already got his predictions.
He's avoiding the intimidation. That's what he's doing.
He's scared.
He's
like, you know what? You know what? He's probably thinking, okay, let me retract my predictions here so I can win. You know, I see what you're doing, Jaeger. You're trying to be slick, but you're not being slick. I see what you're doing. And you're having all them ladies of the IWC trying to help you out.
They're clouding your mind.
And they're trying to help you out by, you know, go like, hey, go with this person, go with that person to win the match.
Yeah.
And the House of Black is at Scoot's house. About to invade. Malachi is there.
Well, look, regardless of what happened, somebody's coming out the winner. Regardless. So be sure to look out for that. Look out for our recap. It might be either after, you know, Sunday, after. I don't know. It could be Monday. Who knows? It's coming though. And look out for it. Simple as that. But until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all a good, blessed motherfucking adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, beautiful mother effers, tag the fucking out tough.
So, apparently I forgot this, but the MJF versus CM Punk match. Like, how does a guy like me forget these things? Might be because it's just two guys brawling it out. But I mean, to be fair, it was the best promo I've seen in TV history in a while by MJF. I think CM Punk's going to take the W here. He's already technically 0-2, but really one match lost to MJF. And I think this feud's just going to last probably up until Double or Nothing, if not All Out. But it would just be so apropos for CM Punk to get the W here, go on to face Adam Page at All Out, and then, at Double or Nothing, not All Out, and then win, and then have MJF beat him in the rubber match for the belt. Honestly, it kind of writes itself. Therefore, CM Punk, W. Done.